Hi everybody, welcome to your 2025 strategic year. We're going to give you a strategy for the year of 2025. I prefer to do these kinds of messages over kind of what I could be like a yearly prediction. Yeah, so we're gonna roll with it that way, guys. I like to give you guys strategies, stuff that you may encounter, types of circumstances, work environments, love relationships that you may encounter this year, and I want to give you a strategy for 2025. You will notice this past year I had a strategy for this year as well. For those of you who saw that video, I will link it at the end. Let me know your thoughts on how that resonated for you this year. But yeah, no, I will say this. I haven't exactly made up my mind. We'll see how the first readings go, how long they are. I may break this entire video up into 2 segments, so you may see part 1 of this video and part 2. And piles 1, 2, and 3 will also correlate to piles 1, 2, and 3 of the second video. Just so you know, timestamps, as you guys know, are always included in the description as well as in the title comments. As well as in the comments. So if you have any trouble navigating to your section, just go ahead and choose from there. Guys, we have your options here today. Those of you who choose pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, you will let me know or just navigate to that timestamp. You will see it in just a moment. Guys, without further ado, we're not going to take too long here. Let's get into your 2025 prediction and strategy. All of it. Yeah, okay. See you there. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is for everyone who chose this sun pendant. The sun. The sun. Absolutely, for 2025. First of all, I immediately heard the word enlightening. So this is going to be enlightening for you. This year is about illumination, for sure. This was a gift to me. Well, I should say it's a hand-me-down. This was my aunt's pendant. My aunt, who is no longer with us. You could have a spirit guide, an ancestor that wants to let you know anytime you see the sun come out over your shoulder that they are near you. I'm hearing that song, Sunshine on My Shoulder. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Yes. So anytime you see the sun or you feel that need, just know your spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones, maybe someone close to you in spirit, we just want you to know that they're around. They're giving you just a little wink. Okay. But also overall, the message of the sun. You could see travel this year. I just got travel with this. You could be moving this year, collective. Pile 1. Relocation. The sun can be about travel. It can be about relocation. You could be moving this year. We are in the career section of your spread, of your strategy. Okay. So let's get into it. Definitely, I felt movement with you guys here. Definitely the sun can denote travel. And illumination, enlightenment, taking a higher perspective on things. You could also associate the sun with the Egyptian god Ra. Ra is the sun. Something is raw. I felt the need to say that. You could be kind of raw at something, maybe. Or you're developing something. You could have a sun. You could also be a Leo. Leo, resonate with that energy. Leo energy. Okay. Okay. The sun. Collective. So that. Right here. We have your cards, your oracles. Let's get into it. Overall energy. We have broken heart in reverse. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So we are healing a broken heart this year. Or maybe you will know this is your pile specifically. Number 9 could be significant to you. If you've been in a state of isolation, maybe, collective, you've been in a time of healing. You will know this pile is for you. If you are coming out of a time, when your heart was broken for whatever reason. You're healing. I'm seeing like restoration with that in the upright. We have the Wise Fool, which is your creative strategy. You guys have a creative strategy, I forgot to mention. Pile 1, you are receiving a creative strategy for this 2025. Okay? It is add a constraint. We will read this card. Add a constraint. Rather than take away a constraint, we are adding a constraint. Interesting. We're going to see how this energy plays together next to this broken heart in reverse. Your number for the year, pile 1, is 93. A happy ending. Look at that with the sun here. Yes. Oh. I think this is going to be a good reading for you, pile 1. I feel it. Okay. We do have shield yourself. That's Archangel Michael there, giving you, shielding you, the divine energy working with you this year. Could be working with Michael. For sure. Protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. Absolutely. So envisioning the sun. I just got also Helios. Helios for you. The sun god. Helios. For you. Especially areas of career, wherever this is concerned. Alright guys, we have Cryon from Lee Carroll joining us today. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. Like he's a guest appearance. Or the energy is a guest. It feels, you know why? The energy when I was channeling Cryon coming through the reading, and I'm using the cards for Cryon, it came through almost like a guest host. Maybe you're going to host something. Maybe you're going to do a podcast, or you're going to speak, you're going to teach, or you're going to educate or something. But there's the way Cryon's energy came through today when I was pre-shuffling the oracles was, the energy made itself known as benevolent support for all the piles today. So Cryon, I feel like, is like overseeing this entire reading. You may be drawn, of course, to more than one pile. I don't know how long these readings are going to get, so take your time or come back as you need to. Watch each pile separately, however you need to, collective, okay? Cryon is working with your intuition this year. Pile 1, you have it for sure. Intuition, you know. Okay? Intuition. We're not necessarily going to read all of these cards, but we are going to read a majority of them where I feel like we need to, okay? And then your 108 cards, we have, interesting, we have 4 and 9. We have yoga and rainbow. Beautiful energy with the energy of Libra and Cancer this year. Pile 1, you could be definitely seeing improvements in your health. You could be inspired to take up a more meditative practice, maybe or even a health practice. The sun is healing for sure. We have a pot at the end of the rainbow. The worst situation, the worst time of a struggle is over for you. Pile 1, you are healing from whatever trauma you went through this year. You're healing from this, okay? Rainbows could be very significant to you. I'm seeing like prisms of light for you. I could also be speaking to my LGBTQ communities, or you may resonate heavily with this pile. It doesn't matter. Anyone, of course, is welcome here, but I felt the need to say that, so there you go. You could be taking up yoga, Pilates, things like that that are helping your body. It could be very physically focused and active for you this year, or just meditating more, taking that time to really connect with yourself, okay? So let's see. Yoga, we have contemplation, deep breath, yes. Going within, steady, balanced, relaxed. Take a break. Inner child healing, meditate, time alone, balanced chakras, reflection, wellness, and rest. So I think you're finally taking the time to actually be able to rest. That's why I really feel the need to say that for pile 1. I feel like you've been in a time of unrest where you just had to work, go, 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 live, survive, okay? I feel like this is not without merit, though, for you, pile 1. Whatever flow or whatever circumstance you've been in so far for 2024, this is only fueling some, maybe even creative endeavor for you this year. But you're going to have time to rest on it and really put your mind to it. But also taking care of yourself. Quite simply, what I feel for you is you have not had the time or the opportunity to nurture some creative venture for yourself. You have been restrained. But also, it's interesting we have add a constraint because it's almost like you're freeing yourself, but now that you're free, what do you do with all this freedom? What do you do with all this gold that you've amassed, right? The rainbow, a wish granted, serendipity, blessing, patience pays off. You've been waiting. Anyone who chose this pile, I feel that you've been in a waiting cycle in many ways in your life, okay? Abundance, hope, good luck, patience, promise, God-send creation. Amen. Manifesting wealth, prosperity, and perfect timing. Pile number 1, 4 and 9. Someone could be 49. I also just got, you could be turning 49 this year. Or 4 and 9 individually are going to be relevant to you, as well as 93. 93 breaks down to 12, which is the Hanged Man. We saw, if you saw a couple readings ago for Libra, I believe was channeled the message of the Hanged Man, which was Prometheus. Prometheus bringing fire to man. Okay? Pile 1. I don't know if this wants to be channeled through your message yet or in the upcoming messages, but there is a message here about bringing fire to man. I don't know that yet, if that's your message, though. But it had to do with you sacrificing yourself for the greater good for a very long time. For the greater good, okay? For your greatest good. But now, pile 1, you've done the healing, you've done the work. You have done the work. So it's time for you to be able to enjoy this life that you're living, not just work this life that you're living, okay? Take your pleasure out on life, not your anger out on life, or not your hurt out on life, or your sorrow, you know? Okay. I like that. It's time to take our pleasure out on life, you know what I mean? Okay. Adding a constraint. Number 29. Some could be 29, could be a Saturn return for you. Alright. The wise fool believes that constraints can be a powerful stimulant to the imagination. That's because they force us to think beyond current solutions and look for answers we might not otherwise have discovered. For example, skyscrapers weren't developed by people with cheap, unlimited land, but rather by innovators who wrestled with the problem. How do we create abundant office space on small pieces of expensive real estate? As architect Frank Lloyd Wright put it, limits are an artist's best friend. Songwriter Stephen Sondheim would agree. If you ask me to write a song about the ocean, I'm stumped. But if you ask me to write a ballad about a woman in a red dress falling off her bar stool at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm inspired. So what's that saying? You could be building something this year, constructing something this year. Some of you are builders, I'm getting that. Builders, creators, architects you could work in. You could have a trade of your own. You could, I'm seeing the workers like on the New York skyscrapers putting up the steel beams and the beam construction. You could have a lot of construction going on around you. Maybe you've had a lot of construction going on around you, but whatever has been being constructed around you, how are you using that to fuel your creativity? Okay? I resonate with this card in a sense. I was just given a sense of how I typically write. I do like to write or come up with creative concepts in confined spaces, limited spaces. Sometimes I don't have much to work with. You, my creators, are probably very similar here. You know how to make something out of nothing. You can be given a very minimal amount of tools. And you make art with it. You put a story together from it. You can take someone's seemingly unimpressive life and suddenly create a story around it. You're good at that. There's something about, in fact, how you do that. Collective, maybe you're writing a story this year. I'm getting, something like that. So my creatives are here. Or you're incorporating something that you've built into a story that you're going to tell. And the color red is going to be significant to you this year for some reason. I'm seeing red, but I'm also seeing like crimson, or that color. There's something about that. Now, we have the heart here, that crimson red. It is the root chakra energy. So maybe healing foundational issues. Okay, how can you use your base foundation, which I feel like you're healing, and make a story from it? Your trauma, in other words, is now going to become your muse. Your muse of inspiration, yeah? Take your pleasure out on this, not your anger out on this, although you might do that too. Who might have judged? Some of you have felt bound. Some of you like this too. I don't know why I got that message. Something about rope, binding. This is also giving me 8 of Swords energy because I feel like this person could break this bondage if they wanted to. There's also something about maybe classes I'm getting. Like maybe you're taking like a self-defense class this year, or something about like self-defense or weaponry. You could be learning weaponry. Maybe you're gonna, you know. Some of you could be getting like concealed carries, permits, things of that nature. You're interested in bondage, or how to, like, you're like an escape artist, maybe like a Houdini kind of an energy on this. you've managed to escape, I'm getting it, sorry, thank you. You've managed to escape from the impossible. Or you're doing it this year, one of the two. Some of you have already done this. And what I feel, honestly, from pile 1 is a lot of this energy you've already been through. But now you're actually using it as fuel to create something out of it again. You're inspired. You're not hurting anymore. But you acknowledge what you've been through. You acknowledge this pain and suffering that you've endured. But now I feel like you're enlightened through it. And maybe you're enlightening others through it. 93 is your numerology card. This is your number this year that you will probably see a lot. Okay? Let us read 93, a happy ending. Give it a happy ending. You deserve a happy ending. Pile 1. On page 117, you could be seeing that number, 117, 117. You could be born on the 11th, the 7th, the 17th, the 1st of a given month. Or 117 days could be important. So probably sometime around the end of spring or beginning of spring. This card serves as confirmation that a very happy ending is right around the corner. Even if it seems ludicrous and impossible at this present moment in time, a favorable outcome awaits you and is well within your reach. Since you attract what you are, you bring yourself good fortune when you're happy. Therefore, you will attract your positive outcomes sooner by being joyous. Being joyous now, that is. By acting as if what you want has already come to pass. Be in a state of already having the desire that you want. Seeing it manifested already. Acting as if it already has come to pass. You're going to start thinking that way. You're going to start acting and thinking like you're already planning for the future. I feel many of you doing that now. Yeah, you've been through this already. I see you coming up with a creative solution, or you're just going down a path where you're already assuming that the thing you want to get done is already, like everything's already in place. It's just time to push forward now. You have no limit to your imagination, Pile 1. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to focus the majority of your attention on the outcome you desire rather than the outcome you fear. Since you attract what you think about the most, when you focus on your dreams, you can make those dreams come true. Dismiss all logic and reason so that you can see the miracles beyond, and know that you live in a magical universe where it pays to believe in a dream. It pays to believe in your dreams. Pile 1. Be grateful for the happiness to come. And remain optimistic and hopeful at all times, because it only gets better from here. Wow. You are mere moments away from the outcome you deserve. You are mere moments away from the outcome you deserve. Pile 1. It's happening for you this year. You guys are doing, I don't know what, but you're doing it. Okay? You're happy. You're happy again. I feel it. I feel it from you. This is beautiful. The affirmation is, I have faith that a happy ending is right around the corner. I have faith that a happy ending is right around the corner. I have faith that a happy ending is right around the corner. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Now, that's not to say you haven't learned from the past and you know how to shield and protect yourself now. Ergo, Michael has come in to let you know he's right there. Ain't nothing coming through you. Ain't never gonna break your stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow you down. No, no. See, the sun is illuminated behind Michael again, because the sun, it means your shielding comes from a place of good positive energy. It comes from a place of enlightenment. The sun is behind this purple Merkaba here, the star, the Merkaba. Yeah, confirmation. You're enlightened. Your brow chakra is enlightened. You have direct communication and intuition with the purple. Absolutely. Your third eye. Okay. Intuition is here for you. Cryon would like to talk to you about this. But first, protect yourself. Know that you are. Didn't I say something about a Leo here? Look, there's a lion on this tree, hugging this tree. Wow. Look at that. Mark of the Lion, I just heard. Mark of the Lion, that's a publishing company? Is that a publishing company? It's either a publishing company or a series of books. Mark of the Lion. I'm getting faith-based, could be Christian romance novels. I'm getting, or just like maybe a faith-based practice. I think Archangel Michael just wants you to know you have the mark of the lion. You are the mark of the lion. Okay? Could be connecting with Sirius or something along that nature. Trees. If you have Leo, I always get the Ogum tree with Leo energy. Trees, your roots are significant where that's concerned. Your roots go deep, Leo. If you are a Leo watching this, you don't have to be. I'm just getting Leo energy heavily from this. Okay? It's like you're working from the sun. I don't know how to explain that. Some of you could have South Node in Leo. South Node in Leo. Interesting. Okay. Let's read Archangel Michael here, shielding yourself. He's shielding you the entire year. I just kind of feel like you call upon Michael. He's right there all the time. Literally. Some of you don't even have to. It's just he's there all the time. Literally turn to third eye chakra. Third eye chakra. Okay. Your brow, your intuition. You might even see him more. Might see his light around you, the light of Archangel Michael around you a lot this year. The angels brought this card to you because your heightened sensitivity to energies. Because of your heightened sensitivity to energies. This sensitivity means that you may inadvertently absorb other people's energies, which may make you feel tired, unfocused, or upset. Just as you wouldn't walk outdoors in a rainstorm without an umbrella, it's important to use an energy umbrella in the face of any emotional downpour. So if you, for whatever reason, do encounter these energies this year, call upon your shield of protection. Maybe segment and 10 before you go out there. See it done like it's saying in your mind already. In fact, intend it to be before you do anything. Set your intention with the universe before you act, especially when it concerns your projects, whether it concerns travel. I am getting travel. Maybe you're moving again this year to a new location, okay? Set intention around the movements that you are making this year. Affirm in advance what you are doing and how you want it to go, okay? If you feel negative energy or people are arguing, competing, or using frightening words, it's vital for you to shield yourself. This means imagining that a bubble of protective light surrounds your entire body. You can also ask Archangel Michael to guard you from lower energies, and you can even borrow his shield as a protective buffer. Visualize yourself surrounded by one or more of the following colors. You can lay colors for multiple purposes, such as white light next to you for general protection, followed by a second layer of green light for healing, and covered by a third layer of purple light for spiritual protection. Purple. Literally. Purple light for you. Happy ending. Pile, what I'm getting from this too, you may encounter people around you this year who, for whatever reason, I don't like to talk about other people very much, although you're going to experience them. But people, of course, people are not going to like the energy that you're sad in. Maybe you're making moves without them that they don't like, or that they don't want to see you make without them, or they never thought you would, or they don't, but what it is a lot of people don't have the authority or the spiritual audacity, if you will, to live in their authentic truth. And those who pretend to have it think it's only by gaining or taking what they can from others. They can't allow others or anyone else to live in their authentic truth around them because it's a threat to their perceived identity and who they are. Pile 1. You are this pot at the end of the rainbow. And remember, a rainbow, white light is actually all of the colors, right? White is every color there is in a rainbow until each one receives its own individual focus. Okay? That's why we have a prism. Prisms are important this year. Prisms of light around you. Let's read Cry on Intuition. Your intuition. Trust it. Use it. You're on the right path. Tower moment around intuition. Let's see. Let us see. There you are. Cryon says, "Dear ones, do not let the synapse of your brain get in the way of God. With intuition, you must learn to put linear logic aside and let the beauty of nonlinear ideas play on the stage of your consciousness." Cryon often expresses things in odd ways. And people may ask, what does it mean? Do not let the synapse of your brain get in the way of God. What does that mean? This was answered in 1994 in the publication of Cryon Book 2. Don't think like a human. It's a statement that tells us that the brain is our survival tool and is very linear. It is designed to keep us safe within our environment. However, it's not very good at creating wisdom, intuition, or faith. How interesting, because you have faith here. These are things that are outside of the tools of synapse, the biological definition of how pattern, and it's a heart. Someone broke your heart this year, literally. If you resonate with this reading, someone broke your heart this year. Your name could be Faith, or your faith in something was broken this past year, but this is what you're transforming this year. Do you understand? Something this year broke your heart, but you're healing from that. Don't let anyone tell you you don't know what you know, because you do, and you know it. Okay? You may not know how you know, not the point. You know it. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Okay? The answers will come if you let it. The answers will come if you don't force it. Allow the thoughts, allow the vision to enter your mind. You don't have to hunt for it. It's there. It will show itself to you. You understand? Intuition is not something you have to hunt for. It's not something you have to track down. It's not something you have to take. It's there. You always have it. You always have access to it. Trust the first thought that comes to your mind. Trust the first gut reaction or emotion that stems from within your body. Trust it. You can. And you should. You're regaining faith in yourself, in your heart. Okay? The brain is not the tool or the organ that would necessarily be the one that the human would use to develop greater intuition or try to understand multidimensional things. The brain is simply the master computer. Can you logically understand love? Can you become more intuitive by using a linear chart? No. So what else is there? Cryon tells us that other parts work in conjunction to give us what the brain cannot. The heart is the key. In conjunction with other organs such as the pineal gland. These, in concert with the brain, create attributes which create consciousness far beyond what the brain is capable of. Bottom line, you can't think your way into loving more or having greater intuition. Instead, you must go get out of your linear brain and release the idea you must figure it out. Cryon tells us that when the body sees what you are trying to do, it starts to cooperate in operations. So you don't think you have control of. Cryon tells us that when the body sees what you're trying to do, it starts to cooperate in operations you don't even have control of. Can you think your way into aging less? Can you think your way into peacefulness when all around you is chaos? The answer has always been to trust in a source that is unseen and feel the love of a beautiful, benevolent system that knows your name and loves you. It's not logical, it's intuition. And it's exactly why you drew this card. Because you, my beautiful friends, are redeveloping your trust and faith in your own intuition. I'm getting like muscle memory. Again, if you're picking up a hobby, maybe even that you let down, a practice, maybe some of you are just going to the gym more, getting more active again, the body remembers what the brain cannot sometimes. The subconscious, the programming of your subconscious mind remembers how wealthy you are, remembers how abundant you are. It knows who it is. It knows Power One, Collective. It knows who you are. It's about you now coming into balance with this. You're coming into balance with your own abundance in 2025. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's always been there, but you had so much going on that you couldn't see it. You were constrained even when you weren't, but even then, you learned how to move inside of your constraints, you know? Oh. Okay. I love these messages for you. Pile one. Excuse me. Keep burping, that's an omen. Alright. We are now, what are we going to do? We're going to look at a month by month overall. We are almost 40 minutes in. Oh, Lord. Ugh, and this is just pile one. So, guys, like I said at the beginning, I may be breaking this entire reading up into two parts. This is the career section. Excuse me. And a love section. So video one will be your career overall for the year 2025, events, things like that, and your love will be in part two in the second video. That's if you don't see them side by side here. Okay. Just for a warning, let us use the Urban Tarot for career. I love the Urban Tarot for career. I do. Okay. Whew. Spirits, benevolent beings, let us paint a clear story for pile 1. Show us the energies that are unfolding for the months of 2025 for pile 1. The overall arching energies for pile 1. Alright, pile 1 coming out of a title card. How interesting. 3 of Cups in reverse. So, we're coming out of this energy. Some of you straight up have broken from certain relationships in your life this year. If you, like I said, some of you could have ended contracts. You could have coming out of a state of not being social. Maybe you were hiding or in a hermit phase, or you definitely are definitely not feeling social in here. Some of you could also be addictions, because just because it's, you know, it actually says abundance in reverse. The card says abundance. It's the 3 of Cups in reverse. You're coming out of a state of not having or not feeling abundant in your life. Okay. Let's get the energy for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November, July, August, September, October, November, and December. I feel like you're creating an outline for something this year. Pile 1, outlining things. 3 is your number this year. 3, and 8. You have a lot of cat energy around you. You could be seeing cats. Number 9 again could be significant to you. Alright, January we have, look at that, 3 of Swords in reverse. This is why I love tarot. You cannot make up energy like this, guys. I love it. In January, we are putting down some heavy heartbreak. Literally, at the start of your reading, the 3 of Swords. Some of you have contemplated some really dark thoughts. I'm not going to lie to you. Some really dark thoughts. Okay? You're putting this down. Some heavy mental thoughts. I'm seeing something about a bathtub. No, ma'am or sir. I'm seeing you could be born in the energy of this. You could be born in the year of the snake, and we are moving into the year of the snake. The snake. There was temptation here. There was a lot of lies around whatever this was, but you're putting this down. A number 3, another 3 here, right? In reverse. Heartbreak card in reverse. Okay? Letting that energy go in January. In February, we have success. 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. Fair trade, I just heard. You could be dividing assets. I'm seeing someone, we have a shoe shiner depicted here. You could be paid to do work, but maybe you don't feel like the work you were paid for was of your caliber, or maybe you always felt like you had to shine the shoes of others, so to speak. Someone's paying you for something. Could be having work. You will see success in whatever this is. Someone could be dividing assets. We could have divorce here, potentially. Or at very least a separate asset. You could be moving out of one home and into the other, just because we saw that. Okay, now some of you, it's not from a relationship, and don't think when I say relationship it means necessarily with a significant partner, although it very well could be, of course. For some of you, this could be family. This could be home. Maybe you are living in a home, I'm giving that. Maybe you're living with your family. Maybe some of you are moving out and getting your own place this year. So you're dividing things up, that sort of thing. Maybe you are. Or straight up, you're being paid for some kind of service, success here with the Six of Pentacles. Something needs to be cleaned. Equal fair trade, equal give and take in your working relationships at the very least. Where the mind and the heart have betrayed you in the past, maybe you're now seeing success in that because you're literally healing from this. In March, we have, interesting, Justice in reverse, Libra energy here. So wherever there was an injustice here, some of you definitely could have court. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could be a Libra. Something for someone is not going to be fair and balanced. I think you're trying to balance things out. I don't see it going a certain way for somebody. Okay? Or someone here is not going to receive the outcome they were necessarily hoping for. Okay? And yet, I feel the need to tell you something will be fair. Something will be fair. It will be balanced. Or, straight up, karma has finally caught up to something or someone, and so justice is simply being served. Fairness, when justice arrives in a reading, clearly there's been an injustice. There's been an injustice around work. There's been an injustice around our social circles, our gatherings. You could be speaking about an injustice also that maybe happened to you. You are talking, you're very liberal maybe, liberal or legal. You are trying to balance in the process of balancing things in your life that have been hard. Justice is also represented here by the number 8. In this deck, we have number 8 in your spread here. Sorry, I was going to show this to you guys at the end, but I wasn't actually even going to show it to you, but I'm being guided to show it to you. Anyway, justice here is here. Okay. I probably shouldn't read reversals for any of this energy, just because it's baseline, simply, but it's here. Some of you could work in law, or someone lied. That's what I feel the need to say. Someone has lied about either their occupation, okay, or what they do for work, or how they make their money, or how they were being paid. Okay, there's a lie around work, and I feel like you're overcoming. Maybe it could even be a rumor, could even be some sort of lies that were told, frankly, about you. Straight up. Your justice is just being served or it's being corrected. Is it in your favor? At this point, I don't know. For some of you it will be, for some of you it won't. But it's here. April. Ten of Swords. It's over. Whatever this was, it's over quick. It's over quick. I feel I need to say that. But we have ruin here. 10 of Swords. This is tough. But there's a happy ending. So let's put it this way. If the first couple of months, first 4 months to be exact, are feeling pretty darn rough for somebody here, it's over come April. This energy that's playing out, there's a happy ending for you, but you do have to shield yourself. You do have to shield yourself. There's stuff happening around you, or people are around you in your circles. It could be to you as well. Or you're enacting some kind of justice here. You're ending something. A state or a phase of your life where you were dealt injustice is coming to an end swiftly. Okay? Was it hard for you? Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I can't lie. The energy's too potent to lie about it. April, May, Taurus season, we have change. Yeah. Makes sense. We have, what is this woman doing? She's working out. She's balancing her own life. You will have moved, I'm feeling like, by this point in time. You could have moved into a new location. You could have started a new business. You could have changed venues for something. I'm feeling like you're bringing, you're also getting back on your workout routine. I feel like you've kind of done it this whole time, but you're really making these changes now. For a while, it's like you have been out, you've been gravely out of balance, but you are in the process of changing, working on yourself, self-improvement. I feel like you're taking this heartache that you experienced from this recently, very recently, and you're moving through it now by focusing on yourself. For so many of you, this is going to become your active year. I see a lot of you becoming gym rats, gym babies. Okay, you're getting your fitness on. And, okay, I have to say, guys, the last 2 years have been kind of the same for me here. And it's just going to continue, okay? I am now officially a gym rat, okay? Going through my healing phases from a lot of shit, okay, in the past. But I see it for you. I'm seeing the change you're making is bringing back that confidence in yourself. And this is also the fuel that's going to fire up something within you this year towards personal change and growth. In June, we have the Princess of Wands in reverse. Okay? Princess of Wands in reverse. You're not seeing the changes you want immediately, but you will. You'll also be getting a lot of like confirmation of this stuff come June. You may start to even see communication starting to. You're going to start to build your confidence is starting to build come June in yourself. You're looking good, by the way. Something about dancing. You may become a dancer. You may be a dancer. Okay, you could. You're changing your communication. You're changing your style. Some of you, quite frankly, are doing things you never thought you would. I'm getting like a daredevil kind of energy from the Page of Wands. I'm feeling like, collective, if you spent your life or your years or time in a relationship not exploring your options, not exploring around you, not exploring life, being tied down, bound, and constricted, okay? How have you worked within the confines, or maybe you've done this your whole life, maybe you've done too much partying. Okay. Knight of Pentacles behind that. Someone could be a chef or cook a lot, or this could be around food. Only because the Knight of Pentacles is literally a gourmet chef featured here. Four of Swords, truce. Okay. Rest. You need to rest. Okay. He's in reverse. No bueno. I feel like stuff that you've tried to do in group settings just hasn't worked out. It feels like you need to take the time to do this on your own. we have a 3 of Swords here. I'm expecting to see a 4. I did just see a 4, but also like in succession, I'm expecting to see your healing journey through this, because you are healing from it, but some of this is still very fresh for many of you. Some of it, okay? I don't know exactly how soon for any of this is for you guys. All I know is this is the overall arching energy that you're experiencing. I see you come June-ish taking chances on trying new things, being afraid to, being tentative to, not being so eager to jump in, but wanting to try things that you've never done before. Do something the way you've never done it before. Try a sport. Try a new hobby. Try something you've never done before for you. And find out how much you love it. Come July. Yeah. Wheels are in motion now. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Stuff's moving now. Moving fast. 8 of Wands. Some of you could work in delivery. Some of you could work in food sales. Some of you could be straight up, be like work at, pizzerias. Doesn't have to be. It's featured here. Or be a delivery person. You could work like DoorDash, Uber Eats. Some of you even do like rideshare, things of that nature. You're seeing movement now, really fast movement come July. Swiftness, speed. Things are speeding up. And what's funny, we have a 10 and a 2, and now we have an 8, so the energy's starting to add up here, okay? We went through an ending of sorts. You may even lost stuff. Maybe you went through divorce, separation. I don't know if it's going to go your way. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to go somebody's way, for sure. But, okay, justice is in reverse. As much as I hate to see it. But justice is being served. And now here's the thing about justice. It's like, even if you wind up getting everything that you wanted, there's a part of you that will feel the injustice of it, because it's not how you wanted this to go down. I'm feeling that for somebody. Yes, you may get what you want. Yes, it's going to close out. But you still got to do the healing work from it. You're still responsible to heal from whatever this is. That's on you, collective. Okay? Unfortunately, no one can do the healing work for you. You got to do it. You got to make the change. I see you're going to. I see you're tentative to. I see you're maybe even caught back on swinging back and forth from old habits and old ways of doing things. But I see you doing it regardless. You've got a lot of communication from here, but movement is also your obstacle, because 8s represent obstacles. They don't really tell you that in the tarot much. 8s are actually about obstacles, guys. So your movement is your obstacle in the year was about movement to begin with. Some of you could be sedentary. I'm getting a lot of sitting here. You could be trying to lose weight. You could be on a health kick now, or you will be. This will be your year of change. You're going to be making those changes, and maybe some of you will straight up be getting fired up about making these changes towards springtime, moving into summer. Some of you are going to get started on it now. You've been through something traumatic, and you're going to spend, the whole next few months of your life and forever, hopefully, working on your body, working on yourselves. Like I said, this is the year you're going to become like a gym rat, my gym babies, right here. July, August, we have, Princess of Cups. Beautiful. You got creative juice. That creative flow is now coming back into focus in your life. That's gorgeous. That creative focus, creative harmony is now coming back. We have 2 pages here now. Okay? New energy. Pages are new. Fresh ideas, fresh concepts, new communications. If we're working on projects, we're in the beginning phases of it, right? We're putting things together. I feel like you're doing groundwork now. Before it was just an idea, it was just an inspiration, a passion, a desire. But now with the cups here, it's like you're really putting your heart into it. You're really starting to put more physical action into it. You're putting movement behind it, right? With this, before it was like it was stuck. It was stuck. It wasn't moving anywhere. It wasn't going. It's moving now. Whatever this was that wasn't moving for you for so long, collective, you had to be patient and wait. It's moving again. You need to know that. Come around summertime, okay, this shit's moving. Whatever it is you're doing, whatever job you're in, whatever you're putting your focus and energy towards, it feels like it could even be a creative passion or hobby, or it's gonna go fast, and it's gonna go faster than you think. Okay? Some of you could work obviously in fashion, jewelry design. You don't have to. These are just concepts. Let's see, we have dance, sewing, movies, filmmakers, things like that. Definitely costume, jewelry. You're designing something. It's something about a dress. You're designing this blue dress here. Blue is all about intuition. Something about it, you could be going out on dates. You could be starting to date again really heavily come the summertime. I feel like you're also changing your wardrobe this year. You're just making a whole physical body change. You're showing up differently in the world. You could literally be a costume designer. July, August, September. We have another page. Princess of Discs, the Page of Pentacles, the kindergarten teacher. All these pages for you. This is telling me then that basic communications are now flowing for you. Okay? Now you could straight up have a lot of children involved here, but this is ground level work. You could be a teacher of some kind. You could work with kids or children, or you're working something about handprints. I'm getting prints in general, prints, children. Call me crazy, okay? But I feel like some of this, on the ground level, yes, it's real. It's going to show up in your reality in real ways, and you will see the signs. But it's also like it's subliminal. There's something very subliminal about all of this energy today. It's like these are concepts that I feel like you're feeding from throughout the year, that you're just going to see little bits and pieces of evidence of, and it's all building into something else. Hello. Some other story that you've got going on here, collective. You might be connected to pile 3 since it wants to show itself so much here. Okay. Slow down. You may be also connected to pile 3. Kindergarten teacher, a Page of Pentacles, 2 pages, 3 pages on your reading. There's a lot of new here, but it's being grounded right now, right? Before it was an idea, an inspiration, and desire. Now we're putting energy behind it. In the cups, we're putting feeling, thought, emotion behind it. Page of Pentacles. Now it's real. Now it's actually starting to manifest. This could be like a small business as well. Small business that you're opening. Suddenly it's real. Suddenly it's in the flesh. Suddenly these handprints are in the flesh. Something about flesh. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Things are new. You're having communications. You could be starting school. Maybe you've got kids going to school this year. They will be going to school this year, right? July, August, September. Yeah. Right around this time, kids are going to be going back to school. Maybe you're teaching. Another freak. All those pages are here. Page of Swords in reverse. Look at that. The Activist in reverse. Come October. You got every single page here. All 4 pages in your reading. Four pages. People. These are people. You're up on some kind of platform. The way you've done it isn't the way you're going to do it. What you're speaking about, it's clarifying the Ten of Swords. This Page of Swords in reverse is only an idea. Suddenly we're back in the idea realm. I'm seeing scripts. It could be a screenplay, literally, that you've written. It's manifested itself into form. And you've got all these new people you're working with, frankly. You're telling a story of some kind. A story of, could be of activism. You could be sharing a message or sharing a word. There's a lot of paper around you. Paper. The sun is illuminated behind her. Paperwork. She's got a megaphone. She's speaking about something, but she's also waiting. She's watching. You're watching. Or people are watching you, for sure. Since it's in reverse, it could certainly say that people are watching what you're doing. It's interesting. It's how the interests that you have this year are in reverse. It's like the action, wands, and the ideas, swords, are in reverse, whereas the feelings and emotions and the physical evidence, pentacles, cups, and pentacles, are in the upright, which is telling me, to a degree, that you're in the doing. Okay? No one can take what it is you're putting down. You're receiving the downloads from Spirit, Eight of Wands here, about your movement. You put it into form before others can take it. Some of you will be copywriting things, or you need to this year. Get copyrights on patents, trademarks, whatever it is that you're creating. You need to do that, okay? You're probably not speaking to anybody. I feel like you're just presenting. That's what it feels like. You have moved into the phase in your life, collective, fully, of not speaking about what it is that you're working on. You're very silent about that, honestly, as you should be. Okay? You're very silent about that. You are in the stage of just doing. In fact, doing, I'd rather do and apologize than do and ask for forgiveness than don't and ask for permission. Something like that. You're not asking for permission, my dear. You're just doing. And apologizing later if you have to, you know. But no, we're not doing that. You're doing. November. Where'd that come from? The Lovers. You were moving in the right direction this whole time? Who's this? Who's it? Where? How? Where? The Lovers? Someone, the Lions here again. Could be Scorpio and Leo here. We got Gemini energy with the Lovers, but I'm seeing Scorpio and Leo here represented in the Lovers. So that could be, you could be a Leo, you could be a Scorpio, you could have those significantly in your chart somewhere in a very significant place. Specifically though, these two are intertwining. They've moved in the right direction. You could be in my interracial couples for sure. Or this person or these people that you're dealing with are going to be very different from you, or you're entering a very beautiful connection. Possibly even a relationship fully with someone maybe that you've been dating. I'm certainly seeing the options for you. Maybe two of significance. Two people specifically of significance, although we've got four here. There's 4 pages on your reading, and now the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers are here. All along, the change that you were making in yourself was moving you in the right direction, the Lovers. You've made a choice now. Choice. To have a happy ending. Ten of Cups. 1010. You could be seeing that number a lot this year, or have been seeing it even recently. 1010. The Lovers. And the Ten of Cups. Some of you are getting married this year. Or whatever relationships you build this year will result in some sort of commitment or heavy union by the end of the year. Someone's going to want to move things very fast with you. It's like they're going to look at you and know that you're their person, or vice versa. You're going to know this is your person whenever you meet them. Like, you don't have to look anywhere else. Maybe some of you were also kind of working or doing something kind of scandalous, or you were in some sort of industry where you were, this person, they love you. They love your body too, specifically. I feel like there was an issue of confidence here. Maybe you weren't in love with your body, or were lacking self-esteem for sure because of what you had been through relationship-wise. So you weren't really feeling confident about yourself, and won't be until maybe towards the middle of the year, and then you're seeing the changes that you want. Maybe you're even fitting into clothes you haven't worn in God knows how long. Or you're just buying new wardrobe all together entirely. It don't matter. Why is any of that important? Because it's about the change you've made in yourself this year. No, it is a choice, because that 10 of Cups technically did want to come out in reverse. I saw it in reverse. But I think it's a choice. And again, some of you could be my pride couples here. Okay, we're talking about same-sex relationships. Doesn't have to be, I'm just getting that. Some of you also were indulging in multiple relationships or polyamory. Some of you are polyamorous. I feel like you are putting down relationships to focus on a single person. I could be wrong, but that had to be said for somebody. We do have structure here. Some of you have a son, or you will. You're certainly a child. My. Alright, pile 1, that's your happy ending with the 10 of Cups after pretty dark intro and all this interest. I see you taking new strides. New strides. New strides. You don't yet really know what that is, but you're in a talking phase. And by the end of the year, you're in a doing phase. In fact, it's done. Some of you are definitely going to be entering new relationships this year, so I'm eager to see what your love message is going to be. If you're following me to that, stay tuned for the next section, the 1:11:33 on my timer right now. 111 for sure. New unions, guys. Some of you could also remain single. This could be simply a union with yourself or your higher self that you're moving into, especially if you've come out of harsh relationships maybe this year. Some of you did. Some of you did. So you're in your single phase, healing and getting in touch with you, frankly, as you should. Okay? I love the energy for you, though. I really do. I'm going to read the charms that were in this basket for you, and we're going to call it a day. Okay? I'm getting the letters P. P. Number 3. I. Number 1, which landed on the Page of Cups. I. This could be your name, someone's name that you're dealing with, or beginning letters, initials. We have the letter V. Number 4. We have you. Number 1. We have the heart. Have faith. Faith. Have faith in yourself this year. You will pull through this, and you're going to come out better on the other side than you could have possibly imagined. Than you could have ever known, frankly. In 2025, you could like orange liqueur. I'm getting Grand Marnier, another orange. Orange is sacral energy. Orange liqueur, Grand Marnier. Now, some of you are also changing your habits around drinking. Some of you are quitting addictions, okay? This was face down when I saw it originally, so some of you are putting that away, but just in general, someone, you could like orange liqueur. Grand Marnier specifically is my favorite, actually. On the rocks with lemon, okay? Some of you are bartenders or servers. You've worked in the service industry. I can definitely see that for sure. Okay. We have Queen Elizabeth coin here with the cat. Cat energy. I told you guys you were seeing cats, right? This is a snow leopard, I believe, or a bobcat. Snow leopard or a bobcat. It's a Canadian coin. You could be from Canada. Year on that is 1967. No. I don't know what the year on this is, but the years it was printed was 1867 through 1967 was the years that this coin was printed in Canada. Some of you are getting like a period piece that could be significant at 10:33 on the clock. Alright, you also have foreign money, foreign to me anyway. Maybe not foreign to someone here, but it's a number 10. This is Swedish money. I'm seeing a fairy. Hello. R and F, 10. Landed on the lovers. That's new, guys. That's this new connection you're coming into. I'm trying to tell you that's your happy ending right here. You could be marrying someone foreign. Foreign to you, from another country. Could have a language barrier. Maybe that's why we have a megaphone. We have the Page of Swords. You may have to learn this person's language, or you will be learning a new language this year to work with your person. You guys are young. You guys are young. Like, young. Or let's say, if it's new, 20s, 30s up, that sort of thing. But it's new. But there is something about language here. You could be learning a new language maybe in order to be with this person. Or be with your person. They could be learning your language. You might even be moving to their country, or they're moving to your country, or whatever the case may be. Something about that. There is change happening here. Movement. Travel. Movement. Someone's moving to be with the other person. So this definitely could be a long-distance relationship that you're currently involved in, or you will be. Some of you will be, you've come out of relationships, but you also could be entering a long-distance relationship, and then eventually the two of you may move to be together. You travel for work a lot this year. There's a lot of travel around your work and career. You could meet this person while traveling, for sure. You have a wrench. Channel locks, as a matter of fact. Channel locks. You could certainly work on cars, or you could work in maintenance. I'm seeing the word zoom here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, zoom, zoom, go fast, going fast. You could be, working fast cars, racing, NASCAR. We are going fast here, right? Something about cars, or someone's into cars, or going fast, or that's important, or someone fixes up cars, or you repair cars, or something like that. Don't have to. My nose is itching, though. That's for somebody. Okay. You could be getting your car fixed, or repaired, or need to, or will be getting... Yeah. We didn't get aces, but we got pages this year, which also can represent new, but these are new people entering your life. New pursuits that you're doing this year, collective. Yeah, for sure. And finally, you have the number 8. Whale. Like I said, 8 is an obstacle, right? It's also karma. It's also abundance. So, take it as it see fits. You're amassing a sense of, this is your obstacle this year. Overcoming what you've been through in the past. You could have people wanting to come back around, for sure, but a lot of this is new energy for you. New people, new social circles. Yeah. Some of you could even be moving back to a place that you originally came from. I'm getting that. Alright. Guys, signs here that we saw today. We have Libra, heavy Libra. Libra Taurus with the 6 of Pentacles, Libra again with Justice. We have Gemini with the 10 of Swords, Capricorn with the 2 of Pentacles, any fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Page of Wands. 8 of Wands would be Sagittarius energy. Page of Cups, water, any water energy. All the elements here are basically represented. All the zodiac signs are here, basically. Okay, but heavy Libra. Heavy Libra, okay. We have Gemini here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Heavy Gemini with the Lovers. And heavy Pisces with the Ten of Cups. Ten of water. Okay, there you go. Guys, I'm leaving your career reading here. This was your overview of your career for 2025. I hope something resonated with you. Stay tuned for your love section. If you don't see it immediately after in the next section of this video, look for it in part 2, which will be accompanied in this series. Thank you. Love you all. Please remember to like the video if something here resonated with you or if you're claiming this story. I look forward to seeing you soon, and we'll talk to you later. Take care. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome. This is your 2025 strategy prediction. A look at your 2025 and giving you a clear strategy to move forward into the new year. What do you need to be aware of? What could be coming up in your reality that you need to know? Some practical advice and guidance from, could either be your spirit guides or just any energies or the energy that wants to speak to you at this time. Okay. You may be drawn to more than one pile. Pile number 2. I have a feeling there are going to be mixed messages between all of the piles for everybody. So, if you're watching all the way through, great. And I have a feeling this particular series of readings is going to resonate in multiple ways with multiple people. So if you were drawn to other piles, I encourage you to click there. Also, you may be seeing this reading in 2 parts. So if you are pile number 2 in this video, then you will also be pile number 2 in part 2 of this series. So there should be 2 videos released simultaneously if that is the case. And you will be pile number 2 here, and you will also be pile number 2 in the second video. Time codes and descriptions, of course, are down in the pinned comments, as well as in the description of the video. I hope there's a good message in here for you. I felt the need to give disclaimers. Okay. There's some activity around you, pile 2. Could have a visitor. There was a message coming through just now about that. I'm really drawn to the moon symbol right now. Maybe hidden details or things that are being looked at another way. I feel like a strategy maybe you could even be adopting is reorganizing your thoughts. You may feel at first scattered going into the new year a little bit, or maybe you feel that way now. Just kind of like trying to reorganize your thoughts to a degree. Okay. You chose the Desert Rose. The Desert Rose, pile number 2. The Desert Rose is basically selenite. Selenite crystal, you could be drawn to work with crystal. Desert Rose, this could be, pay attention to your love message. You could be just needing to work with more selenite, or you will be. I feel like you're desiring clarity. I feel like I'm looking at this crystal and it's like all these ideas and are wanting to merge into something. You could be merging. Or going into some sort of a merger. I'll be interested to know what the rose is going to say about your love life this year as well. You're resourceful. I think if you haven't been, you will be in the coming year. You're a sustainer. I want to look up really quickly deeper meaning of the desert rose. They are a symbol of protection, transformation, focus, resilience, connection with the earth, and manifestation. Desert rose crystals are known as sand rose, selenite rose, or gypsum rose. They are formed in dry and arid regions by wind, water, and pressure evaporating a shallow salt basin. Sand particles become trapped in the minerals during the evaporation process, forming rosette-like concretions with flower-like crystal structures. There's something about, I just was being drawn to salt, and maybe you could just very well be needing to work with the stone. You are protected. Maybe even your love life is protected if you were wondering that. Or everything you do this year in terms of your career and what have you is also very protected. And it's just saying you need to ground with this stone to help bring clarity and focus to your endeavors this year, okay? Let's break into your oracles. We have from the energy oracle, Angel of Strength, number 50. Moving into your year, there's some heavy Leo energy going on as well. Courage, strength. All right, your Wise Fool oracle, which is your strategy, is a contrary strategy called Spot the Elephant. We will read this card. This is your strategy for the year. A contrary strategy for you to have for the year 2025. Did I say 24? I'm sorry. 25. Spot the elephant. There's an elephant in the room, or you may notice the elephants in the room this year. Your number to look out for this year, collective, we have 67. Physical activity. Movement. I got migration just a second ago. Elephants, migration. Yeah, you could be moving. Pile 1 definitely has some movement going on. Some could actually physically be moving. But I'm sensing now more, of course, physical activity with strength here. I'm getting like gladiators and stuff. That's just coming to me. Also, something about Mark of the Lion is here significant. We'll get into it. All right, your Divine Angel Oracle. We have workshops and seminars. How interesting. Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. So you could either be in the position of going to more seminars, classes, etc., or maybe you are a teacher yourself and you will be working and speaking from in actual classrooms, or maybe from a platform that you have, educating your audience or an audience. All right, your Cryon Oracle. We have wait for synchronicity. Wait for the right timing of things. Okay. Seeing the synchronicities, waiting for the synchronicities. You will see the synchronicities. All right, from the 108, we have, I feel like this is your current energy. Something is unchanged. It's a yes or no answer. So in the upright, I guess this would be yes. Something is unchanged. At this time, the situation is stable and unlikely to change. Whatever this may be in your current stance. If you are in a place of stillness at the moment, maybe it's a pause before a storm. Maybe it's a pause before a shift, or maybe you're noticing something around you isn't going to change. If you're wondering or had a yes or no question, the answer, I believe, is yes to whatever your question was. Will something change for you this year? At the moment, it is unchanged. And then you also have grapes. Abundance. Abundance, bearing fruit, harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity, surplus, fullness, juicy, overindulgence, tempting, goodness, plentiful, wealth, Enjoy the fruits of your labor. I feel like whatever you work hard for this year, you're going to be able to enjoy as well. And you should be able to enjoy. You should be able to overindulge. Number 8 in the sign of Virgo here. Work. A Virgo rules the 6th house, but Virgo also rules work. Yeah, whatever you work at this year, collective, you're going to be able to indulge in and reap the rewards and the benefits of. We're having strength to maneuver some movement, maybe even more something very physical for you this year, or when maybe you're being called to go to the gym. That was also a message for pile 1, something about health, fitness. Maybe you're called to do those things for yourself this year. Get on top of it. Make these your resolutions, or just really, it's not even about resolution. Make it your lifestyle, because what you are already starting to commit yourself to, it doesn't have to become a resolution. You're just going to start doing it, and make it's going to become part of your lifestyle. It has even for me this past 2 years of my life, honestly. I'm a gym baby now. I think I said that already. Anyway, strength. Let's read it. Actually, let's read it, because the angel of strength around you is going to give you the courage you need this year to move forward. Okay? I have no doubt. Whatever it is you're thinking you might not be able to do, the answer is yes, you can. And yes, you will. I feel like you're making that choice for yourself. Okay. Now, this amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It's not the time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You're capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. Call upon this wonderful angel and on your own inner resources to bring you the focus and resolve to do what's necessary in order to make your dreams reality. I was hearing no people pleasing for you with this energy, or with that card that came through strongly. No people pleasing. If you've been passive for a time in your life, something is unchanged, or you've been unchanged, or you were, my nose is itching. You were in a process or a state of people pleasing where you just kind of didn't show your underbelly, if or you were afraid to because you didn't want either the judgments or. The problem is sometimes, we push love and light out here, but as many tarot readers will now tell you, and I personally agree with them myself, is you have to incorporate both your light and your shadow to exist in this world, and you can't be afraid of one or the other, or underutilize one or the other. There comes a point in time when you can become so passive that other people will just simply assume they can walk over you. And sometimes you gotta slap a bitch in the face, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be physical, although we have physical activity here. I'm not saying be violent at all. But sometimes you gotta stick up for yourself. You gotta show a person what's what, or tell them what's what. Or tell them how you are not going to be treated. There's that. Some of you just simply don't feel like you've had the strength to do that, or the courage to do that. I think the universe is you're going to be thrown into situations this year, perhaps, where your strength is going to be tested in that regard. So I get used to exercising it, if you will. Get used to exercising that muscle of courage. Okay. Your strategy, your contrary strategy. Spot the elephant. All right. Number 18. The proverbial elephant in the room. You're familiar with this beast, the obvious problem or controversial issue that people avoid talking about because it is uncomfortable to do so. Yeah. For example, many families have difficulty resolving a troubling situation because they find it unpleasant to bring up the elephant of, say, a member's alcohol, drug, or gambling addiction. Discussing the subject can be painful, but since the elephant is usually the root cause of the problem the family is facing, no progress can be made. Again, no change can be made or is being made until you address the issue at hand this year. Okay? Organizations also have their share of elephants. Meetings can be unproductive if participants feel uncomfortable discussing a leader's suffocating egotism or a colleague's hidden agenda. The wise fool's candor is invaluable in these situations. So don't be afraid to have these uncomfortable discussions. And not saying you have to take anyone's head off, but you need to be able to have the discussion. If you're in a state of employment this year or working for someone where you need to voice your concerns, values, maybe you're working overtime or you need to adjust your hours, you need to make some kind of change to be able to have a personal life in addition to your work life. I'm getting that for somebody, okay? You're going to be making those changes. You're going to be having those discussions. And if people don't want to respect your boundaries, then it's going to be time for you to examine what needs to be done. But making no change is only going to bring you some sort of guessing physical discomfort. And I was drawn to use the color red for you today in your light, which I'm feeling is root chakra based for you. So healing stability issues potentially this year, or those would be called into focus for you, or family issues even, where you feel safe, where you feel secure, how you're raised, how you're able to hold discussions. You're going to be looking at that. But definitely with Virgo here, potentially in the sign of Virgo rules the 6th house of the body and work. Yes. Okay. But your work is also having a physical toll on your body. Okay. There needs to be a balance there this year. Got to have those tough conversations. Gonna have to. Some of you are going to stop drinking this year. Some of you are going to quit addictions that you've had, that you've been holding on to as your crutches. The elephant could be just simply within yourself. The little ego that says, yeah, I'll give it up tomorrow. I'll stop it tomorrow. I'll think about it tomorrow, as Scarlett O'Hara would say, right? I'll think about it tomorrow, when really, no, you need to not think about it tomorrow. You need to just do it today. Let's stop it. Guys, I'm speaking from personal experience with addiction myself. I smoked for 10 years. I gave it up, cold turkey, honestly, gave it up. And if, I'm not saying you don't have excuses, and I'm not saying you won't occasionally fight the urge to have when you have cravings and things like that, but if your aim and goal is to quit, then I think you're going to. And for many of you, you need to, okay? For many of you, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's time. You need to stop. And I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but I will beat it till someone hears it, if you know what I'm saying. Okay. It's time. It's time for you to consider your health. A lot. It's here. I see it. Physical activity. Let's read that. For some of you, you've been sedentary. You've been stationary. And I have a feeling this wasn't how you always were, if I'm being honest. I get the feeling for many of you, I'm not being hard on you, by the way. If it comes across that way, I'm sorry, but not at the same time, because if you're here at my reading, someone needs to drive this point home to you, and I'm here to do it in the most respectful way possible, but here we go, okay? Someone needs to hear this. Look, some of you were not always this way. In fact, I feel you going back and looking back at how you used to be, or how you were when you were younger, or looking at how you look now and not seeing the same person, and how did you change so fast or so quickly, or where did the time go? Don't let any more time go by without you making this change with yourself. It's time for you to take control over your health, getting control over your work, okay? And I think you're going to do that this year. Okay. In fact, I know you're going to do that this year. literally just turned to health, number 71. Take Spirit. This card indicates, number 67, a need for exercise, which reduces stress hormones and releases feel-good endorphins in the brain, creating an overall sense of well-being, self-confidence, and peace. Because you attract what you feel, when you consistently feel good, you invite blessings into your life. For many of you, you haven't felt inspired to even work on your creative projects, endeavors, or anything of that nature. You haven't even felt inspired because you've been sedentary in your life, not moving on yourself, not feeling like you can. So, and just think, if you get up, changing your morning routine, maybe you're meditating in the morning, or maybe you're going to work out at the gym in the morning or in the evening, it doesn't matter, but whatever you're doing, you're incorporating something new into your life this year that's going to be good for your health, even if you don't want to. But it's going to be good for you because it's going to get that mind going. And stuff that you've had on the back burner for a while, I think you'll finally feel the motivation to do. And it'll be personally satisfying for yourself. You may not think so now, but I think for many of you, those of you who clicked on this reading, you've already made the decision to do this. You're just looking for the extra motivation. Okay? I hope this is some extra motivation for you. Okay? I really do. All right, you've already made the decision to do this. I know you have. Now do it. Okay. Regular physical activity can better your life in a variety of ways. It can enhance your physical and psychological well-being and reduce the risk of obesity and other conditions. When it comes to manifestation, exercise increases the energy flow throughout your body, which helps release toxins and negative emotions. This, in turn, raises your overall vibration and enhances your connection to Source. Whenever or whether you walk, run, swim, cycle, dance, kickbox, climb stairs, attend Pilates or yoga, or play a sport such as basketball, tennis, or golf, being physically active will help you feel good about yourself. And Spirit's always trying to give you a reason to do things that, especially in the sign of Virgo, okay? People have the idea that they wait for the universe to give them a sign or tell them what they need to do. The universe isn't going to do the work for you. It's going to show you the steps of doing it for yourself. Okay? Like, you're here looking at a tarot reading about your life for the future. But unless you don't take any action towards it, this will not manifest for you. Let's be real. You have to be the one to take action towards this manifestation. But you had the desire within you all along to manifest something, even a creative idea that you've had all along, but you took no action on it. Even when the universe brought to you, you manifested all the creative ideas and maybe even the tools you needed to be able to do it. Don't sleep on yourself this year. Make that change. Watch how you transform. Watch your significant change a year from now. Okay? I'm so serious. And how much better you feel about yourself. Okay? The affirmation. I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. I exercise my body and improve my quality of life. The universe, I'm hearing a quote. Okay, I can lead a horse to water, I can't make him drink. The universe can show you what to do or give you the answers, all but practically spill it out in front of you. But it's up to you to do something about it. You've got to be the one to pick up the gifts that are being given to you and to utilize them, Workshops and seminars. Well, I think you're taking more classes this year, Collective. I think you are. And something about learning something new, maybe the thing that you have found hard, very well be the thing that excites you or pushes you out of your comfort zone, or maybe you get so good at it that a year from now, who knows what you're doing? Who knows? Who knew Jane was going to start taking ballroom dancing? Or that Chris was going to become a fencer? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? This doesn't have to be you either. It could be someone around you who you know is going through some sort of physical change this year. But definitely you, for sure. Okay. Well, this is whether or not maybe some of you already are active in your lives, but there's an area, like a specific area of your life that has felt stagnant and unmoving, whatever the case may be. You're looking for, what are the tools that I need to manifest in order to get this part of my life? Something has been stuck, right? Maybe just the thought, what you're feeding yourself, the idea itself. Something's been stuck because you have not made a change in some area of your life, okay? This is your call. Divine is literally giving you a call, okay? Something's got to give. Something's got to give, collective. The angels have been sending you intuitive messages about attending and giving workshops, seminars, and speeches. They've now sent this oracle card to you so you'll know that you really are hearing the angels' messages about this topic. Okay. Some of you have wanted to become a teacher. Maybe you wanted to move into teaching some of these things yourself. Maybe you're a coach. Maybe you're an athletic trainer or something like that, you know, or a teacher of some kind in and of yourself. But you have felt on the fence about starting that podcast, speaking about what it is that you know. Again, stop sleeping on yourself. If you've been dreaming about giving a workshop or a speech, the angels will guide you through this process. Give any worries, thoughts, concerns, or questions to them, and then listen to their replies, which will come to you as ideas and feelings, which will come to you. The angels will help lead you to the right venue, topic, audience members. All you need to do is follow the guidance. You're also guided to attend workshops to further your spiritual path and education to get better at what it is that you know. Enroll in classes that you feel drawn to and ask Archangel Raphael to support everything in this endeavor, including tuition fees, transportation, lodging, time off from work, babysitting arrangements, and so forth. The way is clear for you to give and receive through the workshop process. Enjoy it and ask for what you need at this time so that you can make good on what you're being called to do. Yes. Okay. Ask for what you need. Because watch the universe clear a path for you to do it. That's the hard part. That's the part you don't need to worry about. You ask, it will be delivered as long as you make. Okay? You're given that sudden idea to call Sally. Oh yeah, didn't so-and-so's daughter just turn 13 or 14? She wants to babysit now? Great, let's drop the kids off with her so we can go to Zumba at 6 in the evening. You know? I don't know. Whatever the case may be. Let's hear from Cryon. Wait for a synchronicity. I feel like it's already telling you that the synchronicities will align the moment you make the shift. The moment you've already made the shift. You've already decided. You're going to have a lot of situations in your life like this year, collective. So just pay attention to what they are. Okay. These are the uncomfortable topics you're going to have, but there's also the things you're going to receive the most help with immediately. So whatever you ask for, you shall receive, whatever that is. And if you need the money to be able to do something, you will get it. It will be delivered unto you. Ask for what you need. Ask. 79. Okay. Cryon. What is the timing of my situation? The answer to this question is always the same. Be patient while synchronicity unfolds. Okay, from Lee Carroll. If you read much of Cryon, you know the story of the train. Cryon tells us that the synchronicity we affirm and create is like a train ticket. It's printed, real, has value, and it's in our hand. Now we wait for the train. Okay. What we create and affirm involves dozens of moving parts, since it also involves other humans, other affirmations, and their realities as well. The beauty of this very complex system, which is why you have the desert rose here, right? Synchronicity, all these thoughts and ideas merging into for the same alignment, the same creative space. Exactly why you have desert rose here. That's beautiful. The truth is that okay, where were we? Cryon wants to. Where were we? Hello. Sorry, my bad. Buddy. Okay, the beauty of this very complex system is that it comes together in amazing ways, but you have to allow the powerful synchronicity clock to unfold things that are created in hundreds of pieces and places. Also know this, when your train finally arrives, you may meet someone who asks, "What took you so long?" It's the opposite from what you thought. You were standing there waiting for the train all this time. Now someone tells you that they were waiting for you? Goodness. Do you understand what is happening here? The timing has to be perfect, and that often means we all wait for each other, thinking that we are the only ones waiting. The time and circumstances must be correct. Okay? Be patient while your meal is being prepared. You don't go to the restaurant and complain to the waiter or to the cook while your meal isn't prepared on time. Why it isn't there the moment you get there or the moment you sit down. What's the point of going out to eat if you're not even going to enjoy the experience of sitting there with whomever you're with and enjoying the experience of having a meal, right? Other things, this is also telling me, collective, this year you could be working with other people again, groups, jobs, family members who are on a timetable of their own, and you all are going to be merging thoughts, ideas, opinions, like so, okay? The timing just has to be right for everybody in a situation. You will know what that is, okay? Be patient with yourself as you do all of this work. Be patient with your results as well as you work towards a change that you're making this year. Okay? Yes. And eat more grapes. Grapes are the fruit of the gods. Also could be someone, again, is giving up an addiction. So I was really trying to say that just now. Plenty of things. Someone has been overindulgent. Not important. Okay. Moving on. We are now going to look at a 12-month overview of the year for you in 2025. Using the Urban Tarot, one of my all-time favorite decks for many, many years now. Okay. Queen of Cups. And the Eight of Wands. Could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You may be this water sign. Also dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, in reverse. You can have opposing viewpoints, you know? Not everybody's going to want to be on your timetable. Not everybody's going to want to do it when you want to do it. You may be ready to make a change and improve yourself, and someone else may not. And you're going to have to decide to do this thing for yourself, you know? There's that too. There's that. You might be wanting to make a change that maybe your partner's not wanting to make. Sometimes it involves a lifestyle together, a routine together. Maybe you're willing to make it, or maybe your partner's wanting to make it and you don't. Flip it and reverse it as you see fit. There's something like that. Someone wants to make some kind of a health change or choice this year, this coming year, or do something new that maybe their partner does not. It could be a family member. Okay, these could be, someone's kind of apathetic, 4 of Cups. They just rather lounge on the couch all day with the bros, eating milk and cookies. High on milk and cookies. That was a reading for Capricorn on the channel. Don't be apathetic to your own life, but don't let this person or any persons in your life sway you from not making these changes just because they're sedentary and not moving. Okay? Alright, collective, for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Alright, underline, we have the Queen of Cups. Alright. Some of you are therapists, or you've been going to therapy. You've been writing down your ideas. You could also be you're highly intuitive, whoever you are. You need to drink more water. With the koi fish here, you're going to see a lot of progress and success, but it may also mean having to go against going upstream or going in the opposite direction, because the koi fish swim up the Yellow River in the opposite direction of the stream. Or even I'm getting salmon. For some reason, salmon swim like against the grain. Some of you are going to have to do that this year. Or it feels like any progress or situations in your life want to be done against something else. So time to have those important conversations, right? Gotta express how we really feel about a situation, what we really want to make changes on this year. Okay? For sure. For sure. Alright, let's look at January. The overall message for January is 6 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Pleasure in reverse. I don't think it really gives you much pleasure anymore to do what you've always done. In the past, sure. But I don't think it's serving you, and I think you know that the thing that you've always done, maybe even to ignite pleasure in other areas of your life, we'll check that out in your love reading, isn't working. Someone from the past may be significant, or any thoughts or dealings from the past could be heavily on your mind, for sure. But mostly I think this is talking about the old you. The old ways, the ways that things have always been done, just doesn't do it for you anymore. Not in January, at the very least. 6 energy here. Pleasure in reverse. So, maybe for some of you, this just like cutting out people and energy, addictions, things like that, you know. Something you've done for a long time just doesn't bring you joy. Or something you haven't done for a long time that you haven't expressed joy for in a while. And again, something from the past, you're remembering an ideal, a belief, a value system. You're seeing the way you used to look, and you're hopefully are being inspired to do something about it. February. Five of Wands. Yeah, we're getting inspired, all right. We are really getting inspired to do something about it. Becomes a competition. Sports. Now, we also have opposing viewpoints here. You have... Someone could play baseball. You could be dealing also with someone who maybe has taken up a habit from the past that they know they shouldn't have done. This could be you. Alright, there's something someone's doing that's causing strife. They know they shouldn't be doing this thing, so they need to drop it, right? Conflicting viewpoints, but also sports, we're active again, right? We are very active. And we need to be. Embrace the strife. Embrace that uncomfortable conversation. Embrace the uncomfortability that is going to happen from you making this change. Okay, we jump from the 6 to the 5 of Wands. The energy could just simply feel very contesting for you. And I'm not convinced it's in a bad way, okay? It's just in February you're looking at where you're making the changes. You're having those uncomfortable conversations. Something is building up. I can't take this anymore. Something that used to give me pleasure, that used to make me feel good, don't make me feel so good no more. Okay? I need to do something about it. I may not want to do it alone either. I may want my partner, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, spouse, grandmother, I don't care, to do this thing with me. But again, don't be reliant on other people to make you feel good. That's part of the energy you need to give up here. That's part of what you're, I think, battling in the first place. You need a sense of discipline for yourself, not for others, for you, you know. I don't feel like many of you have this issue, but you're here, so someone's got this issue, and I'm addressing you. So here we go. March. 6 again. In reverse. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. I really shouldn't read reversals on the baseline energy. There is a similar theme, though, happening in the month of March. It's almost like, in comparison with Pile 1, where something may not be fair. It's like something or someone that you used to give your energy or attention to, or they used to give their energy and attention to you, or they used to get paid in a certain way, and you're not anymore. You're not. You're not exchanging energy with this person, this thing, the way you used to. You're not. I think you're making a calculated move, though, not to do it in the same way. 6 is overcoming. We're overcoming some heaviness for sure, some strife, some physical inactivity, right? April. Look at this. 6, 5, 6, 5. 5 of Cups. You could be seeing that number this year. 6, 5, 6, 5. Your number was as 67, I do believe, right? 67 is your number this year? Yeah. Interesting. We have 6, 5, 6, 5. 5 of Cups. Disappointment. We are disappointed. Not that the entire month. This could be an underlying theme. Alright? Looking at what's not working versus what is working. You know, looking at our spilled cups over the ones that we do have. You know, because you're dropping something this year. You could be even changing jobs for some of you, or you're not being paid by a certain employer anymore, or you're navigating a new arena. Or maybe you even switch, like, I'm getting membership. You could switch. If you're at a gym, you may be moving to a new gym, or you may be trying to figure out how to open your own establishment, or get your own sort of establishment, business, something off the ground. But you're running into a little bit of a roadblock. I'm not gonna lie, Can't deny that energy. You're a little back and forth, okay? It's like you take one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back. So it's not like you're going to be in this energy the entire year. It's just you're noticing these themes where you make a little bit of progress and you take one step back, a little bit more progress and one step back. So you're looking for consistency. What's going to break you out of staying stuck? This is the energy to overcome, is disappointment in whatever situation, whatever the situation may be. And both interesting how the 5s are upright, the 6s are in reverse. May. The Fool. Beautiful. Alright, collective. So we're moving. We're changing something. We're giving up. You said fuck it. You said fuck it, correct, collective. I feel you. At some point or other, Aries, Aquarian energy here, you said screw it. I kept going back and forth with this person, this job, these people, whoever, and none of them really want to make a change. They want to continue to stay and do what they're doing, okay? Whereas I know I need to make a change personally for myself. Do over. I'm going to start over from scratch. Some of you will. If I'm going to go hiking and walking every day, I'm going to do it, okay? If I'm going to... Some of you also will be entering maybe new connections as well. We'll get into that. I'll want to save the love messages for your love reading, to be honest with you. Which, again, by the way, may or may not be in this entire video if you're maybe seeing it in part 2. So check for pile 2 in part 2, okay? Anyway. The Fool says, take a risk. You've tried this thing over and over and over again the same way. You're getting nowhere. It's time to start over. The Fool in April, though, wait, where are we? May, April-ish is about right, though, because that's really his time of the year. Because it's towards, the zodiac calendar, not our typical calendar, but the zodiac, beginning of the new year for the zodiac within Aries. So that makes a lot of sense to see the Fool start to show up around this time, because I already know you're deciding to piggyback off of this energy to do something else. Let's see what you're doing. Yeah, you're rebuilding. Tower in reverse. Yes, we are rebuilding. You're reconstructing something from the ground up. That's you. That's you, by the way. You might not be able to, what I'm seeing then too, whatever this thing is that you're trying to commit yourself to, for the first 4 months of the year, you're kind of saying you might not be able to really give to it the way you're wanting to. You're going to kind of be in and out with that, so don't be hard on yourself. Again, timing is, synchronicities are at play here, right? Synchronicities are at play this first half of the year, so see more growth or start to see more change and development beginning to happen as we move into... Why do I feel like I'm giving a weather report? Here we have this forecast, these winds moving in from the east, and over here we see this storm coming in and these heat waves driving up from the south. What the fuck? Some of you are meteorologists, or you could be. I'm just seeing a weather board on my channel. Oh my god. Okay. As the weather starts to change, right? As the seasons start to maneuver, we're coming out of spring and we're getting ready to start jumping into summertime back here. We're in spring. We're in full-on spring here come full season. May. And the Tower in reverse. We're starting to rebuild here now, okay? More scorpionic energy here. Something that was underwater, that was submerged. You kind of just kept that torch just held up there. Kept the light lit. You kept the light lit. Or something about turn your porch lights on, collective. Keep your porch light on for... Maybe you're keeping a porch light on for someone or something, or you need to. For those who maybe you've made these changes, and you're keeping a porch light on for someone else, or a lighthouse, or there's something about that. There's like a lighthouse I'm getting, a lighthouse, a beacon, a signal for others who maybe haven't come as far as you have come yet, who haven't done the work that you've done yet, but they're beginning their journeys. And so it's like you're saying, look, I'm not saying I never want to talk to you again. I'm saying I just may need to take a break. I'm not going to indulge in whatever you've been indulging in. I got to go this way, okay? And when you're ready, come join me, you know? There's that. It's not like you're giving up on somebody entirely, especially because, you know, we got to be willing to have these tough conversations. And some people can't join you where you are at the time when you're trying to go. Some people got their own shit that they got to deal with, or they're the ones who have the health issues and concerns. You're ready to move, but they can't. They're dealing with something like that. You know, something like that. So there's all kinds of scenarios painting around how this is going to unfold in your life, and this will be different for all of you, of course. But come June-ish, all right, we are reconstructing. We have a bird's eye view. It's a do-over. Do-over. Watch out for inclement weather this year-ish. No, the waters that had risen on your situation are going to recede. I just got Deep Impact in my mind. That movie, Deep Impact. That's what, a comet? A comet hits the planet. We may have meteor showers a lot this year. I don't know. Something like that. First contact I'm getting. Oh dear. Something like that. Meteor showers. More contact from your higher self and your spirit. This is divine intervention. A tower is divine intervention. This is saying things are synchronistic now. The time is right to see these things build the way you've wanted to. I'm hoping you've been able to manage some kind of consistency. It looks like you have. You've gone back and forth a little bit, but you've managed some kind of consistency up to May. Let's see, July. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Pile 1 almost damn nearly got this same exact card in the same placement. I think theirs was roundabouts in August. Theirs came in the upright. Yours is coming in reverse. Let's see. Page of Cups. We have pages. They have all 4 pages in their reading. Pile number 1 did. That's right. Pile number 2. You have the Page of Cups in reverse. Pay no attention. It's still the Page of Cups. This idea that you have trying to get off the ground, this relationship that you've been trying to get off the ground, this work of art that you've been trying to get off the ground, something along those lines. You could be starting to date now. Someone could be expressing an apology to you or a sincere interest in you. I see you putting your creative ideas to work, okay? You could work in art. You could be an artist of some kind, work in fashion, designing. The swan is going to be important to you this year. Drawn to say that. The swan or certain birds like cranes or herons. I'm also seeing you could move into a connection with an earth sign or someone with earth in their chart. You're grounding this idea of yours. It could be a dancer. You need to work on expressing these creative ideas that you have. You're going to work on that. The costume designer. Oh, get this. Oh, I just got that. Some of you, you're losing weight. Some of you. And you're picking out new wardrobe. I'm seeing that for you. Mm-hmm. You're getting your summer body ready. Knight of Swords come August. the player, the game master, the chess master, the Knight of Swords. Whatever you're doing it in a hurry. You're doing it in a hurry with this Knight of Swords. But also the Knight of Swords, you never really know what he's thinking. I've never been drawn to look at the face of this knight for so long before. I've never been drawn to just look at his face for so long before. For some reason, whoever you're dealing with, this could be you, it's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or this is you. You're moving fast on something. Someone has a tendency, again, to look at things through rose-colored glasses, so be careful that you don't act impulsively or so fast that when you don't see results again the way you want to see them, that you get discouraged from acting at all. That, I think, was the lesson of the first half of this year for you, so just be mindful of that, okay? I gotta speed your reading along just a little bit, because we all know I can try to talk about it forever, but I'm trying to understand it for you or give you the idea that you want. You could be seeing horses this year, born in the year of the horse, dealing with someone born in the year of the horse. The knight speaks the truth. You're speaking. You're talking. This is the point in time where you're actually discussing and giving those classes, those seminars. Knight of Swords is very direct in his communication. So whatever you're doing, you need to do it clearly, okay? Which I think you are. The way your mind works is so quick, a lot of people want to know exactly how you do it, so maybe some of you literally could be chess players for sure. You're dealing maybe with a Gemini. I always get Gemini with the Knight of Swords. But beyond that, it's more like you're so smart. You get and grasp concepts a lot faster than most. So be patient with others who aren't quite on your level, if you know what I mean. For some of you, yes. For some of you, no. You don't have to. Again, don't slow yourself down necessarily to appease everybody, but understand you're smart enough to know that there are synchronicities in this world, whoever you are. You're smart enough to understand that. So in the fact that it's clarifying strife is telling me that in some area of communication, you're having an issue communicating your ideas. You're having an issue communicating the action that you're wanting to take, or maybe even getting multiple people to align with you on said endeavor in the way that you want them to. So be mindful of that, because your communication style may be the issue. Or the way you take action. Just be mindful of, on your ideas, on your little projects and things, the way you take action on it. You're going to be mindful of that. How it affects people, how you affect people by the way you speak. Because you will be speaking a lot here. Okay. September, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. I always see that technically as a form of clarity. You know, when the Two of Swords are reversed, technically it's supposed to be clarity. Although it says here on the card that it's peace. So a lot of mental activity here. And the swords are blocking the sun. There's a chain link fence. It almost kind of looks like a prison, Again, something about the way your education or how you used to do something is factoring out of your life. It's leaving. Something that affected you also here in a working situation, you have clarity on that now. The way you used to do it's just not going to work, okay? You got to change something. It could be involving school, children. This could also be your children that you're dealing with. Maybe you're changing jobs, or you're going to, and you have to move, or I got that just now, or you're changing careers, or you're changing schools for your children, or something like that. there's this influence that is no longer influencing you or your life in some way, okay? You're blocking that out, or you need to, okay? You're of two minds about how to move about something strategically, okay? Watch out for people who play games with you this way as well. You will be disappointed. October. Yeah. Okay, you have the Two of Cups. Another 2. I originally saw it in reverse, but now it just came out upright, so it wants to be seen this way. Choices, decisions. Do you take this relationship further? Or are you going to? Some of you will. Some of you, you may meet this person online. You could work online. This is your lotus moment. Lotus blossoming moment. You could meet this person maybe at a coffee shop or a cafe or a bookstore, somewhere. You could do a lot of writing this year. I'm getting something around your ideas being shared with another. For a long time, maybe these communications were blocked, or you guys just weren't speaking, or you were out of communication for a while. It's almost like you're reconnecting with this person, maybe even someone from your past that you haven't seen in a very long time. And I don't know what necessarily your relationship was to this person, but it was almost like something maybe nearly got off the ground, but didn't. Now, interestingly enough, I know something's elevating for you this year in the realm of love, communication. You're going the right way, by the way, because in Pile 1's reading, nothing for them elevated above a page. Here, something is elevating. You're at least elevating to a knight, which is telling me that you're in a talking phase heavily with someone towards this back half of the year for 2025, possibly moving into a relationship, okay? You're having a lot of conversation with this person. I feel like this person gets you on a very intimate level and on a very intellectual level, and I think you're going to really appreciate that. That's what you want, to be gotten, intellectually, emotionally, all the things, right? You're going to get each other. I love it. In the area of your life where you were disappointed, 5 + 2 is 7. We're going to have options. All the options you were considering, I think you're cutting those off. You are choosing. You're making a choice now. November. Yeah. The Star. Beautiful. Gorgeous energy. The Star. Yes. Healing. So you could also meet someone at maybe like a health club. Somewhere you go. Could literally be a gym. Someone you know. I'm getting Rome again for somebody. Maybe you live in Rome. Maybe you've been to Rome or Italy. Or something about something like that. I just heard as sure as the dawn. Yes. Something that spilled before. You're touching your waters now that you're not afraid to have those that's it. Remember how we were talking about you couldn't have these uncomfortable conversations. Ooh, yeah, death behind the Queen of Cups. And the 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you were killing an old habit, an old way of doing something. You've been in therapies, or many of you have. Let me see other ways you would resonate with this. If you know, obviously, that you have had an addiction and you've been attracted to unstable relationships in your life, clearly, you are making a change, and you've been making this change in your life for quite some time. Should you want to move into some sort of union or partnership this year, I think you will, but it won't be until really after you've gone through your healing, so to speak. Okay, the star here. Remember, see the long-term vision of of your future, of your goal, your desire, whatever that is. You will attain it. You will. Okay. November time. Look out for that. December. Aquarian energy here. Valor. Holding your flag high. What do you stand for? Having a reason to stand for something. A raison d'etre, right? You're speaking out on major issues. Now, there could also be certain things happening politically in the world this year going on that are affecting many things. It's about what you stand for. And maybe you're making strategic moves now that are going to benefit the outcome of what it is that you're doing. A platform. Maybe you're moving a business. Maybe something is shutting down and you're going to reopen it somewhere else. Could even be a facility or something along those lines. We will see a lot of that this year. You're going to see stuff that you've always loved, that you've always done, that you've always kind of enjoyed. All of a sudden it's not available to you anymore. So you're having to seek these desires, pleasures, benefits elsewhere. Yeah. You end the year on a 7, which is telling me you're coming from experience. We have 6 and 7. 67. So I'd say the energy is lining up perfectly. Okay. And then also Valor, 7 of Wands, is about fitness. It's about fitness. It can be about fitness. It can suggest fitness. Look at you. Standing for something, whereas before, and you're seeing results. You're seeing the results you want, collective. That's beautiful. It really is. I love that for you. I really do. You're seeing the results you want this year take shape as you change. Okay? I'm giving you very, very, very practical things here because that's really the only way I can describe this energy, okay? Any other messages for pile number 1 in the career section? Let's get a divine direction for you. We are over an hour. I knew we would be, though. Look at that. You have weight. Wait for the synchronicity of your life. Collective. Don't jump the gun. Wait. Okay. Take time to think about the matter at hand. Don't be tempted to rush. Again, Knight of Swords here. Don't be tempted to rush at the thing. Don't even be tempted to rush and enter into a connection right now. Not while you're in a state of healing you. You know? Trust. Trust. Trust in your intuition and what you're feeling, sensing, seeing, or experiencing. You're not wrong. You know. One more message for pile 2. Thank you. Abundance. Yes. Great news is heading your way. Abundance is coming to you in many, many forms. I'd say so. I'd say so, collective. Yep. Oh, hello. Create. Yes. You're in your creative phase now. Time is now. Unlock your creative side with dance, music, art, or writing. Express yourself. Express yourself this year. You're going to family. Family is everything. Reconnect with them. Or tell them you love them. Oh, collective. Wow. That's beautiful, guys. And affirm. Create your own affirmations. Say it. Do it your way. Do it your way. Think of words or phrases that inspire you and write them down. Make your own affirmations. Do it your way. Okay. Collective, this was a beautiful message. I hope you found this. I hope you're resonating with this for the year 2025. If so, let me know. Leave a like on the video. Drop me a comment, and you will either see your love reading immediately after this video or in part 2. I will see you there. Take care. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is for every one of you who chose the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower. Pile 3. Don't forget that this is part 1 of your reading. For your love message, be sure to visit the second video in part 3 of that reading as well. Okay. Links in the comments as well as the description of the video, as including time codes and stamps. So, Pile 3, I waited several days to do your reading. I've done every reading individually on a different day, but I waited an extra 2 days to do your reading. I feel like you needed some extra time, frankly, and I also felt you were very different for some reason. Every pile that I've done, or every reading that I've done, like the first 2 especially, had a certain feel, a certain layout that they wanted, I guess, including the layout of the cards, which I see everything as a channeled message. So even the way your energy wanted to come out, it wanted to be separate. It wanted to be different. It wanted to be different. That could also be an indication that maybe you're diversifying something in your approach, in your style. I found today, while walking, I found a woodpecker feather. I always get feathers, almost a lot, but it's winter time now where I am, so I don't see them quite as often, but I still get them every once in a while. Today was the woodpecker. And the woodpecker is about resilience and persistence. Let me read it, in matter of fact. Woodpeckers are known for their persistent drumming and pecking, which can be heard echoing through the forests. This behavior reflects the woodpecker's unwavering determination and resilience in the face of challenges. As a result, the feathers are often associated with the qualities of perseverance, endurance, and the ability to overcome obstacles. The feathers symbolize the importance of staying focused on our goals and not being deterred by obstacles or setbacks. They remind us that persistence and resilience are key attributes for achieving success and making progress in our lives. Just as the woodpecker continues its rhythmic drumming, we too can maintain our efforts even when faced with adversity. So, Pile 3. I feel like you've been persistent. I feel like you have maintained your efforts even when you have not been shown reciprocity, even when you've had numerous challenges over the years. In fact, numerous. I feel like you haven't given up in spite of the odds, maybe even in spite of people, circumstances, and things that tried to tear you down. You persist. Sometimes you even to your own detriment. Hopefully not, but you persist. You believe in something, and that's okay. You need to know that, like, you believe in something. You're not going to give up on it if you believe in it. I admire that. I do. You're very different. You're different. I feel like you're innovative. Your thoughts are ahead of the curve. Your thoughts are ahead of their time. Some of the things you do are also ahead of its time. Like you're ahead of your time in many ways. Maybe you've been told that. Maybe you've just kind of always felt that disconnection to the world around you. You maybe have trouble associating with people because they don't understand you. They don't understand your way of thinking because they didn't derive it for themselves. No point in you necessarily continuing to hammer that point home. I just see you, I hear you just tapping away out there. Okay, tapping away at your art, your craft, maybe even a relationship, whatever the case may be for you. I hear you just looking for the right tree, looking for the right tap. Like you're just gonna find it, and you're gonna continue on your path regardless of who understands it or not. You're just a pioneer. You're okay to stand alone in that. It doesn't bother you. It really doesn't bother you. It really doesn't. You're not afraid of being who you are. You're authentic. So, for whatever reason you're drawn here today, I don't know. I don't know how long your message is going to be. I'm very long-winded, which is why I had to break these readings up into 3 separate parts, and I've filmed them on 3 separate days. Because I know I can talk forever. I feel like, though, that you've had a lot to say, and maybe you haven't expressed yourself in a while. So, who cares how long it takes? And maybe you need to know that too. Who cares how long it takes? Stop focusing on the time of when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, mostly when. I feel time is a constraint here. But when you release that energy and just trust in your ability, all you can do is control you in any given moment. The common denominator, the common practice here is you. To just continue tapping ahead, continue tapping into your future, regardless of how long it takes. But I have a feeling, please don't be discouraged by that. I have a feeling that what you've been tapping on for so long, you're finally getting ready to hit the jackpot. You know? You're finally going to have that breakthrough, that mealworm, whatever case may be. So today, I've decided to do your readings a little differently. I'm going to read your oracles, of course. We're going to see how it relates to your message, but I'm also going to, instead of doing a 12-month card spread, I just want to know a particular month for you this year, or particular months for you this year in the year 2025 that are going to be the most significant for you. Okay? In any aspect of your life. You're being told to persist, keep going, especially at least in your career, okay? You pulled the Eiffel Tower. Maybe this is going to be related to your love section. Maybe you're from France. Maybe your lover is from France. Or something. You're going to have a love tower, so to speak. Your tower moment is happening for you. You're coming back out on the dating scene. We'll discover that. You'll need to, again, go to part... you need to go to part 2, the second video of this series. In part 3 of that video, you will find your love message. So, pile 3. You have chosen to randomize and randify, okay, your delivery. I'm seeing it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You're like a puzzle, and you're putting the pieces together. Or parts of you are in one area, and parts of you are in another area, and you're putting the puzzle pieces back together, something like that. Okay. Let's get into your strategy message for the year of 2025, okay? From the energy oracle, the energy you are going to be sat in The Thinking Woman. How appropriate. Oh, I'm already getting tons of downloads with that. We'll talk. Hang on. Okay. Your strategy from the Wise Fool is conform. Conform. We'll read that in a second. Your strategy. I'm giving you a strategy for the year 2025. I don't necessarily like doing predictions, but let me tell you, my last 2024 reading prediction that I did for the year for this year, yeah, a lot of that came through. A lot of it did. So you may want to check that out to see if it ties in with what's going to happen for you this year. See if it lines up. You wanted 2 new number cards. So your numbers this year, we have 37, timeout, purple and yellow here. And you also have 33 in reverse communication. 33 in reverse communication. There are no technically reversals in this deck, no meanings for reversals, but everything's a message, you know? So let's see, your divine virtue, Doreen, this is a beautiful deck, Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, who unfortunately doesn't print her cards anymore, and I think has excommunicated herself from the spiritual community, whatever. But her work is still relevant and present and highly used and utilized. That's a message. You may have disappeared for a while. You may not even associate yourself with a practice or a thing that you did, or maybe you persisted at it for so long that you saw no results that you wanted to give up, or you did. Or something happened that changed your mind about the whole situation, whatever the case may be. That's a message. For someone, you may resonate with that message. Okay. You're being asked to work with crystals this year. Crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation. Okay. Crystals for you this year, pile 3. And from Cryon, we're going to have a look at Cryon's message for you. We have helping others. One of your sole purposes in this life is helping others with your work. You don't realize that just the act of you showing up might be inspiring. Surely. All right. How interesting. And then you're from the 108. We have, wow, 1 and 1, an Aquarius and Scorpio, Fortress, and Crystal Ball. Another crystal here. You could be scrying this year using crystal balls. 1 and 1, we have 11. You could be a life path 11 or life path 1. You could be seeing 11. Things are doorways opening up for you. Yes. Doorways, pathways. We have a fortress here. Fortitude, staying power. You're like a castle built to last. Absolutely. Staying power, stubborn, sealed off, aloof, prepared, backbone, endure, lasting, ready for anything, determined, unbreakable, true grit. You've got what it takes. You have what it takes. A castle. You're like a castle. Fortress. Maybe you've been seeing castle symbolism as well, whether in movies or books or pictures, art, whatever. Drawn to, like, castles have been showing themselves to you recently. You also have the crystal ball. This is Aquarian energy here. You could be an Aquarius. You could also be Scorpio or have Scorpio placements in your chart here as well. Or this energy is going to be serving you this year. Crystal ball, intuition, premonition, seeing clearly, discernment, perception, a sixth sense. Instinct, divination, future planning, ESP, past, present, future, gut reaction, and inner knowing. You're a seer. You're a seer. Yes, you are. Crystal ball, you can see. And when I think of the crystal ball, you think, ooh, images are going to be shown in the crystal ball. No, that's not how it works. Really, the images are shown in your mind. You just use the crystal ball to scry, and then the message comes to you. You see it in your third psychic eye. That's usually how it works. It's not like here, even when I'm holding a feather, and I'm doing psychometry by holding the feather and feeling it and feeling what the message of the feather is trying to tell me. What the message is, how it's happening, is I'm receiving a download of intuition. I am getting a message in the form of an image in my mind, a word that I see or hear or visualize, an image, something like that. And then I know what that image or word or thing represents to me, or what it's represented to me recently, and I can draw or infer from that to tell you what I think the message is trying to say. That is the part of using intuition to relay. That is psychometry. Okay. The art of the divination practice of holding objects and inferring what things mean. You might be teaching as well, a teacher. Some people don't know how that works. It's the same thing, readers holding their hands over the cards, feeling the deeper message of the card. We receive intuitive hits that hit our third psychic eye, and that's how I see. That's how we see. You're doing a lot of that. You need to trust what you're seeing, too. You're predicting something for yourself this year. Okay? I had an immediate thought when I saw the thinking woman. Some of you are writers. You could be seeing butterflies this year. The yellow butterfly specifically. And it's funny, I didn't do this for the other piles, but I wanted to use my butterfly deck for you. To pull a butterfly card for just a divine message, so we'll get to that. Your ideas are transforming. I feel like some of you are going back to school, or you're dealing with someone like this year. Number 47, the thinking woman. 4 plus 7 is 11. 4 plus 7 is 11. That's your magic number, one of your magic numbers in addition to 37 and 33 this year. 11. Some of you are, I think I said writers, you've questioned if you should continue in the pursuit that you've been on. You started a venture. Some of you have even seen success in this venture. But maybe it's changed somehow, or maybe the lay of the land is a little different. I'm getting that. Or maybe you're just having to learn something new. Or you're in the process of learning something new, or persisting at how to benefit or change the thing that you've always done or been good at. You want to change it somehow. I just see you kind of open to new knowledge, but you really are also putting your thinking cap on, so to speak. You really are. I feel like you're at the beginning stage of something. You're just getting the thought down on paper. So let's see how, and maybe there's an importance of putting your thoughts and ideas down on paper, or even if it's just your affirmations or things that you're writing and journaling. You need to write your thoughts this year, or be consistent about that. Maybe it's a new style of delivery that you're going to use as well. Okay. Let's read your strategy. We have conform. Conform. Number 50. Or something is conformed. It's looking the same way. Okay. When St. Augustine was a young priest in Milan, he took the this is a... What is it? Sorry. This is a creative, contrary, and cautionary. This is a cautionary strategy for you. Interesting. You chose a cautionary strategy. Cautionary strategy. Okay. Maybe to avoid conformity. Or blend in when necessary. Okay. When St. Augustine was a young priest in Milan, he took the following problem to his bishop. He was going to Rome, where the Sabbath was celebrated on Sunday, while in Milan it was celebrated on Saturday. Augustine was confused as to which was the right day. His bishop solved his problem by saying, "When in Rome, do as the Romans do." Conformity is a vital part of life. Without it, traffic would get tied up, production quotas would be missed, and the fabric of society would come apart. The wise fool is a master of non-conformity, but sometimes even he believes conforming is the most sensible strategy. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Okay. Some of you may celebrate. I'm giving a basic example of what I'm seeing in my mind. Like, let's say you're with new family members this year, you tend to celebrate Christmas on the 25th, and everyone else celebrates Christmas on the 24th, or they open presents early, something like that. You could have some families want to open their presents on New Year's Eve, and other families wait till the day of and open their presents on Christmas Day, that sort of thing. That's a mild example. But it's also saying that in areas of your life this year, you're going to express that you need to maybe blend in a little bit. There's something again about the timing of things, like your timing has felt a little off. You've persisted, but your timing has felt off in when to do something. It's interesting. I waited. There's something about that. Like, I didn't immediately film your reading after the other two. I've waited another 2 days. In fact, today is the 21st, which is the 21st of December, which is the winter solstice, so we're going to have the longest night of the year today. But the winter solstice, of course, is a huge portal in and of itself, right? So it's no wonder it's a very magical day to be filming your reading. So you're, like I told you, you're a pretty special pile here. I didn't do this intentionally, but I had this, I wasn't able to film, honestly, over the last 2 days. It's like, okay, well, I'll get to it Saturday. And it just so happened that today is the winter solstice. But again, there's no coincidence. But maybe you're not trying to rush the timing. Again, we have time out here, number 37. Take a time out. Take a time out. Maybe you don't need to rush the timing of your life. Just, keep tapping away, but don't worry about the timing or the pace or the speed of it in which things are happening for you. This card indicates a need to take some time out of your busy schedule and the hustle and bustle of life. Perhaps you've been working too hard or have a lot going on. Maybe you've been tired, irritable, and anxious, or just generally feeling unwell. If you've been under stress of any kind or have been spending time in negative or toxic environments, you must remove yourself from the situation to heal and recharge. This is the perfect time to take a vacation. Even a day or two away will revitalize and recharge your soul. You don't necessarily need to leave your home. You could laze around the house and unplug your computer and phone. Having an energy healing massage or facial, soaking in a hot bath, taking a walk in nature, watching a movie, reading a good book are perfect ways to unwind. Okay? Center yourself and feel a sense of renewal. If you're feeling overwhelmed, uncertain, or confused, the answers will present themselves during your quiet time. Clarity comes from silence and order follows peace. So step away from the stress and find your inner sanctuary. The affirmation is, I take time out for myself and rebalance my body and my life. I take time out for myself and rebalance my body and my life. I take time out for myself rebalance my body and my life. Collective, pile 3, you're going to be doing a lot of that this year. And maybe 2025 is your time out year, honestly, for you to read those good books that you've been wanting to read. Write that novel you've been wanting to write, or screenplay, or whatever the case may be. Taking time out to refresh your mind and indulge in creative things that you've put off, maybe even things you've put off since you were a child. Just some creative time for yourself. If the body is constantly in hustle-go mode, you don't give yourself time to rest, you can become unproductive in the very thing that you're trying to be productive in. You need rest. Okay. Number 33, in reverse, communication. Maybe don't. Maybe don't. Maybe don't. Let's see. This card indicates a need, a need to communicate your thoughts, feelings, and have the courage to speak your truth instead of keeping things to yourself out of fear of judgment, ridicule, or conflict. You must express your honest opinion. By doing so, you are releasing the energy from your being and promoting a healthy body and mind. The card indicates that you have something important to say. You are being encouraged to communicate and express yourself through writing, speaking, singing, dance, acting, music, or art. You may prefer to compose poetry or note your thoughts in a journal. And keep your ideas and feelings to yourself. Or you may choose to voice them to others so that you may give and receive guidance, wisdom, and hope. Whether your message is intended to inspire those around you or simply heal yourself, it is important and necessary to help raise your own vibration, which in turn raises the vibration of the world. When you are honest and respectful and seek to serve the greater good, your message will be received in the best possible light. Honest communication is key. And the affirmation for this card is, by communicating my truth, I create a healthy, harmonious life. By communicating my truth, I create a healthy, harmonious life. By communicating my truth, I create a healthy, harmonious life. And guess what? This page is on page number, you can't really see it, but it's on page number 74. And sorry for my nails. They got messed up over the last 2 days. Don't apologize. Show up as you are. You are who you are. You're authentic. 74. Another 11 here. We see the synchronicities, don't we? Paramount. This could all be energy I'm picking up simply right now at the time of doing your reading. But it's a collective message, and it's a timeless message, and you will see it when you're meant to see it. And it will resonate with you when you're meant to see it, I promise. Okay? Something that may not resonate with you now may resonate with you a year from now. Or maybe it doesn't resonate now, it resonated a year ago. But you recognize the energy. And it's answering a question for you that you had from some time ago. Okay? You're being asked to work with crystals. Crystals are your friend this year. The energy of crystals supports you. Also the color purple. Seeing purple for you? My nails are purple, but anyway, the color purple is good for you. A lot of purple here in your reading as well. Work with crystals this year. You will know. Maybe I'll pull a crystal card for you so you can know what crystals are good for you. Alright, let's read Cryon's message. You're helping others this year. This looks like a fish to me. It's like a fish face. Gives me a fish face. Like Dory. Like just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim. Keep swimming, collective. There's something about that. What do? We swim. And everyone thought she was crazy. No one understood her, right? No one understands you, collective. But what does Dory do? She just kept swimming. Helping others on 35. From Cryon and Lee Carroll, who has a YouTube channel, of course. The Messages of Cryon. Each human has a life path that is totally unique. None of you are the same. The wholeness of all of you together is combined into an openness. It's a puzzle where the attributes of one help the other in ways you're not even familiar with. It is a sweet, benevolent energy, and it is on purpose. From Lee Carroll. I have always felt that the real secret to helping others was the phrase oneness. It's a concept that isn't necessarily obvious until you start studying past challenges or past channelings and the ways of the ancient masters. Cryon has always told us that to really help each other, we need to help ourselves first. What this means is that compassion and balance create the basis of a real light worker, and that these elements actually begin to help those around us almost by default. Look at the channeling associated with this card. It states, where the attributes of one help the other in ways you're not even familiar with. Could it be that there are benevolent energies that actually emanate from compassion and balance? I want you to know that we help each other through how we have worked on our own self-worth. We get intuition on what to do for people when we are most balanced and peaceful. We can heal when we are comfortable with ourselves. What a concept. It makes so much sense when you see how well the masters of the planet were able to help so many. When being comfortable and balanced within oneself, we are therefore able to help another. That's beautiful. So whatever you do, some of you are teachers, some of you help through your written word, maybe even your storytellers. But none of this and none of these efforts can be had by you or helped by you. You have to help yourself. There's that too, you know. You're unable to give from an empty well, so to speak. So you really are being asked to take care of yourself. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. In many ways. In many ways that maybe you haven't even been able to recently. So don't feel bad again for how long it's taking you. Get healthy. Get right in yourself. And things will happen as they're meant to. Alright. Pile 3. We are now going to do something a little different for your reading. Like I said, I was going to do the 12 card spread, but I just don't really want to. I just want to know a specific month or maybe a couple months that you need to look out for, okay? This year for 2025. Spirit, help me to channel the message. What's good? I want to know the good that's coming to you. I really do. What can you expect? The good news coming to you, the good things, the blessings, the good stuff coming to you this year. When can you expect to see it? For pile 3, please. We have November. On the bottom of the deck, we have March. So it could be a period between March and November. Or March or November will be very significant to you in the year 2025. Okay? Let's go with it, shall we? Yes. Yes. Okay. From the tea leaf, let's pick an area of importance. What can they expect? Thank you. Career. Beautiful. Area of career. Your career. And marriage. Let's say something with your career will take off by November. You'll be in full swing. You're going to really be working hard. You're going to be doing it all year, let's be real. Okay, but you're going to see some exorbitant amount of growth between the months of March and November for your career this year. And we also have marriage underlying. You could be in a marriage, or you might be getting married this year as well. Okay. Could be possible for you, pile 3. Not gonna lie. It's looking pretty good. That's good. Ooh, we got rings here. Purple again on this ring right here. Purple stone. Got purple flowers. What kind of flowers are those? Are those bluebells? Bluebells? Or some kind of flower like this is significant when these flowers bloom. They could be white, they could be purple, they could be any kind of color, but they're little bell flowers. And they bloom in March season. You'll know. You'll know. You'll know. What are the signs for the collective? In the year 2025. We're doing a lot here. We're doing a lot here. Good news. The ear. The ear. Good news. I love that. You're going to hear good news. You might hear a lot of ringing in your ears this year. This is the... I can't really tell. I think it's the left ear? Doesn't matter. It's the ear. You're going to be hearing a lot of good news. Bells will be ringing. Oh, okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Bells will be ringing. Ringing bells. A ring and bells. Yes. Okay. For pile 3. What are the signs for pile 3 for the year 2025? Those did not flip. We shall see why. Because maybe... Oh. A jug. Lighthearted, carefree time. You're going to be having a lot of happy times. You could be also, I'm seeing like parties, events. You could be going. Just time off with family too. Mountain. A major challenge to overcome. Interesting. Dog barking. Advice from a friend, obviously. You could have Anubis energy around you. I'm seeing a maze here. A maze with a little word. Either a maze is significant, like an actual maze of some kind, or a maze, like you amaze something. Or you amaze someone. Or you're amazing, that sort of thing. In the crown, we have bread. Yay! Yes! A period of prosperity and abundance. Bread. Eat. You're going to be eating bread, honey. That mountain could be a mountain of success, for all you know. Okay. Just saying. We have jug. Lighthearted, carefree time. And mountain. Major challenge to overcome. It was on its side, though. And I'm thinking this could be something you've already overcome. Or you will be finally overcoming this thing in the month of 2025 between March and November. Or either month. Okay? Now, what did not flip? We have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. We also have bridge in reverse here. Successfully overcoming a problem. Either way. This could be just what you're not aware of. This could be someone around you. Bird perched, waiting. It's like a woodpecker, right? Waiting persistently. Oh, collective. This bridge is a bridge of consciousness, and some people have not crossed it to meet where you are. I'm getting a waiting game here. You're waiting on someone or something. They're waiting for you. It's like your people, maybe even that you left behind, whoever you withdrew from over the last couple years even, maybe, or especially the last few years of your life, or recently. Like I told you at the beginning, it's like you're persistently just carving your way, going about your business, and all of a sudden it's like maybe those who are waiting or left, or there's emergence happening or something like that. Doesn't have to be. And again, all this can be reversed energy. It's just, I feel like it's about you though, you know? There's a bridge crossing, a bridge of consciousness of some sort. There's a lot of listening involved here. Waiting, listening, and what have you. Let me see the butterfly oracle. I don't want to make your message too long. Ooh, these are stiff. I actually just found these in my secretary drawer. And I've never used them. Let's see. You've been in a cocoon phase, about like a butterfly, and you're reaching transformation. Communication is important to you this year. Also, I feel like you're not, because communication was in reverse for you. Why do I have the feeling that you're actually doing more listening this year than communicating? Like, you're doing less. You're actually doing less and accomplishing more. I feel like you're listening this year. One of my favorite quotes, or I think Steve Harvey actually said it. Prayer is talking to God. Meditation is listening to God. There's something about that. Maybe you're definitely doing more meditating this year. Thank you. Wow. We have the owl butterfly. The owl butterfly. On the 10 of clubs, which is the 10 of wands. How interesting. Were you wise? The burdens that you've carried, the weight that you've carried. Wise eyes. The owl butterfly. How interesting. Underlying, we have the Great Nawab. The Great Nawab. 9 of hearts, that's the 9 of cups. Personal pleasure, personal pleasure. In the crown, we have the large tortoiseshell. The large tortoiseshell with the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Diamonds. Yeah. Tortoiseshell. You could have like a tortoiseshell comb, or it doesn't have to be. Let me see what I'm getting from this. What am I getting from this? The owl butterfly. Okay. Owl. Butterfly. Symbolism. The owl butterfly is a symbol of transformation, insight, wisdom, and protection. The owl butterfly's large eyes on its wings are a form of mimicry that helps evade predators and escape attack. How interesting. It's funny how you've got 10 of Wands represented here to avoid mimicry. That 10 of Wands is also about oppression. Oppression. You're escaping some sort of oppression here. So you're not really speaking, you're just being quiet and listening and waiting. This could be just energy maybe that you've already been up against or combated, or you may, just because, again, you chose a contrary strategy and the energy was conforming. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You know what I mean? So maybe you're in a circumstance this year, or someone around you is, where you're not in your element, so to speak. So you kind of have to go with the flow or with the status quo of what's around you, or be prepared to do that. Let's say, I hate to use this example, but I got the imagery, so I have to. Let's say you're with oppression, and I'm about to use the Urban Tarot to clarify here. There's an image in the Urban Tarot that suggests oppression is being behind bars. So if any of you were jailed, and that doesn't have to be actual jail, it could be, or prisoner of the mind sort of mentality, it's a sense that you have to conform with your surroundings in order to blend in, to not be the obvious one in a situation, for you don't want to attract unwanted attention to yourself. For who knows why. It could be to do with money. It could be to do with personal happiness or abundance that you're coming into. So you're feeling the need to be wise. The woman holding, the thinking woman we saw, be wise about your actions this year, especially in dealings with career, marriage, or anything else that it's like, if you're entering a relationship, you might decide to be quiet about it. We'll see. 47:47 on the clock. 4747 11:11 on my timer. Right as I said that. Guys, you're entering a relationship this year. Relationships. The 11:11. Okay? You see where we're going here? Wow. Yes. Show me the great Nawab. Okay, the Great Nawab butterfly is named after a title of royalty in South Asia. Okay, Nawab, a title of royalty in South Asia comparable to Maharaja, or Western titles such as Grand Duke and Viceroy. Whoa. The Raja, a title of nobility among the Hindus. Guys, I tell you what's interesting. Maybe you're marrying someone of royalty, or you are yourself someone of royalty, or you becoming into a circumstance or a person, a relationship that is notable, or noble, that sort of thing. Also, your ideas are such. Don't take yourself for granted. It doesn't matter. Okay, whatever the case may be, there's a sense of royalty about you, okay? or about this relationship, maybe even that you're coming into, that's going to bring you great personal happiness, the Nine of Cups, and title and legacy with the Ten of Wands. I'll read more. Butterflies have been given royalty titles and military ranks as a way to please rulers or military officials, and the practice has continued. That is so cool. I never knew butterflies were named for these sorts of things. The owl butterfly, the great nawab, they give them military names. Isn't that interesting? As something so small and precious and fleeting, you touch it and its wings will disappear. Be given such a powerful presence, hence the butterfly effect. Oh, the Western Emperor Swallowtail. That's interesting. I found an Emperor caterpillar this over the summer. I'll be interesting to see if it hatches, if it comes around. They have in the past. The Great Nawab. There's an emperor here. The Western Emperor Swallowtail. And finally, we have the large tortoiseshell. Let's read the large tortoiseshell. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Now, the butterflies are often seen as symbols of transformation, rebirth, and personal growth. Their life cycle from egg to caterpillar to chrysalis to butterfly represents the journey of self-discovery and the ability to change and evolve, which we know you're doing. It's like, maybe it's a story of kind of like an ugly duckling here too, you know. No one saw your worth as a child, but they're about to see your worth as an adult. You were maybe in the wrong environments, growing up with people who didn't look like you. When in Rome, you know, and you're expecting, you didn't even have your own identity. Maybe you were confused, thinking you were an outcast or a black sheep, or thinking you were just different from everybody because you look different. Swans are significant. You might be related to pile 2, so check that out if you feel inclined. Okay. The large tortoiseshell butterfly, Nymphalis polychloris, is generally considered extinct as a breeding species in Britain. It was once widespread across Britain, but its numbers declined to extinction in the 1960s. Breeding populations now occur across Central and Southern mainland Europe and North Africa and into Asia. How interesting, guys. What I'm getting immediately from that, there could be, maybe we have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is also legacy, home, family, tradition. What I'm getting, it could also be inheritance, right? There's a trait maybe even that you've inherited, but there's something about maybe your line or significant that has gone extinct. I'm interested to see how this translates over maybe into your love section, but there's a line that, or it's like you're not around anymore in a certain area, or your line of your family doesn't exist anymore in a certain area. Maybe you had to migrate, or you were moved, or you were relocated somewhere else. That's interesting. Okay. That's a lot. It's a lot. We're almost an hour in. I need to wrap up your message here. We haven't even touched the tarot. I feel like you guys want some, though. We want tarot? Which one? I just held my hand over the Tarot Grand Lux, so we're gonna go from there to see how this works. Still got potentially a whole nother hour. Look at that. Ten of Pentacles. Can't make up energy like this, guys. Alright, that's important. I'm seeing coins, gold coins. You're receiving inheritance. I'm seeing pearls for you. I'm seeing treasure. Wow. Guys, also your ideas are going to bring about some really, like the hidden treasure. There's a hidden treasure message on the channel. You may want to go check it out. Something that you were birthing, this concept that you birthed this year, that's going to take you into next year. And you're really going to see profit from this and growth and abundance in this come around these seasons, okay? Pay attention. Pay attention to your synchronicities now. We split to temperance, time, be patient, waiting on the time, synchronicity to be right, to align with your greater values and higher. You've waited all this time. What's a few months more? At this point, you've waited all this time, collective. Divine timing is at play here. Sagittarian energy, you could be a Sagittarius, doesn't matter. I'm just stating it. Your pile is different. I love your reading. This is so good. I knew you were going to be different. Maybe your family went out from oppression. Maybe they were defeated or something in the past. A mountain to overcome. What I want to know... What do I want to know? Show us the career section for pile 3. What is that going to look like for pile 3? What's the energy for pile 3 in this career growth and expansion that we wanted to be seen? Hello. Beautiful. 9 of Cups again. Personal wish fulfillment. A personal wish and gain in your career. Wait for good news. I love it. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Look at that. Options. A palace. A castle. 7 of Cups. Look at that. A castle. A castle. Look at that. Where are you? Pay attention to your synchronicities. Look at that. A castle. Fortress. Staying power. Royalty. Wow. Collective. You guys are. You got what it takes. You got what it takes to restore your family line, your lineage, even if that's what it takes. If that's what you want. 7 of Cups. Fantasy, this is the action you're taking. Considering options, you're in the dream world. Overcoming oppression. 10 of Swords. Overcoming ruin in reverse. Overcoming ruin. Wow. Overcoming betrayal. Backstabbing, hurt. Yeah, this is what you're doing. Rainbows will be significant for you as well. What should pile 3 avoid? Yeah, 5 of Swords. No shit. Personal, this could be self-doubt. I saw it also in reverse, but personal self-sabotage. Win at all costs. You've dealt with this kind of energy all your life. Betrayal. You're releasing that. Don't doubt your ability to be able to do this. Some people have been very selfish with you their whole lives, using you for your own gifts. You weren't even aware. You maybe weren't even really aware. What's the outcome for pile 3? Outcome for pile 3. Knight of Cups. And the 10 of Cups. A lot of 10s in your reading. Again, you put down some major obstacles. Lots of 10s in your reading. 10s all over the place. You see, once you reach the 10, you have to get a new beginning. 10's are the end. Major endings. Some of you are leaving relationships and family connections. Some of you are entering new ones, especially if they were toxic to you. Marriage. Okay? It's a love offer. But you're taking action in some form of to your stability. Thank you, Spirit. To your personal wish, satiety, and stability. Queen of Pentacles. You could definitely be relying on your own talents, beliefs. Butterflies again around the Queen of Pentacles. You could be seeing the fox and the hare, the rabbit, called tease. If so, please keep in mind you're being asked to rely on your talents. Trust in your talents, despite the doubts of those around you, despite even your own self-doubt. Okay? You need to pursue this. Take action towards this pursuit of yours. It will bring you happiness, but it is a choice, you know. It is. You've had a rat around you. Be careful. And again, I get this energy of there's a connection maybe that you're coming into this year. We'll get into it. We're about to jump into your love section because I don't think I can hold it off much longer. So go for it in part 2 of this series. But anyway, there's a connection significantly that I think you're coming into this year that you may not be able to speak about, or not much. I'm going to get some advice for pile 3. Page of Cups. This is an apology. But it's also... The Page of Cups expresses the passion. Page of Cups has been prominent throughout the other readings as well. What you put your creative thoughts to, your creative mind to, benefits you. It will restore your legacy. Okay? You could be getting ready to buy maybe a significant property this year. Maybe even a fortress. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. You guys are wild. Anyway. A castle. Wow. Pile 3. I'm going to close your reading here, guys. If you feel like this was your reading, let me know. Or if you want it to be. Let's get into your love reading. I'll see you in part 3 of part 2. Pile 3 of part 2 in the next video. Thank you guys so much for being here. Guys, if you resonated with this series, be sure to remember to leave your likes on the video. Subscribe to the channel, show your appreciation, and that way I really do appreciate you. And I will see you soon in next readings. Take care. Guys, you literally don't have to believe me, but I just have to show you because I literally just split the deck to put the cards back, and literally what I split to was the Empress. Look who's behind her. The Emperor. I don't know what you guys are doing out here now. Technically, this could suggest a major separation. Okay, and some of you will. Some of you are going through major separations this coming year. That involves, this could be a global thing too. We might see royal families separating this year. It's possible. Okay, so don't think this is you necessarily, but these could be major life events that are going to be occurring around you that you will notice at the time of you coming into significant relationships in your life. Okay, Queen of Cups here. Ooh. Yeah, moving on. 6 of Swords. Guys, whatever it is, it has to do with legacy. 8 of Swords. Ooh, bondage. Let's see. I don't want to get too much into a message, but it's about freeing yourself. Someone Your inheritance is being freed unto you. You didn't see it. You had no way to know. Red thread will be important to you. Red thread. Karmic ties. Okay. And personal wish fulfillment or overindulgence. So whatever the reason is, either these are two entities that have not found each other yet that are coming into union, or this is separation. Okay, I have to save that. It's here. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Take care.